And there we are. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening's Carnivore Talk Roundtable discussion. We already have Paul and Rockin' Coach Amy on the screen, and of course, you too can join us here. We've got room for 10, so we have 7 more empty seats, and I have posted the link in the chat. It's pinned on YouTube. I don't think X or Facebook shows the comments before the show actually starts. So I'll post it again right there. You can go ahead and click that link and you can join us on screen. And I hope everybody's having a good evening. It's nice and cold here in Ohio. And
cold everywhere.
Cold everywhere. Yeah. Well, it's that time of year. So what do we expect? So, and hopefully we're going to have a good discussion tonight. Our topic is on fruitarians, only because it's in the news lately, and so I want to share some of the news about what I've read, and then that also kind of sparked some research. So I did a little research into fruitarianism, and I'm gonna share some of that too. It's pretty interesting. But before we'll do that, let's say hi to everybody who's joined us on screen. We'll start with Tom. He joined us just now. Thomas Pruitt from Target Prime Rib YouTube channel. Go check that YouTube channel out. How are you doing, Thomas?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. All right. Very good. We were just talking about how it's cold here in Ohio. I'm sure it's cold over there too, right?
It's cold, but it hasn't snowed yet. So,
okay.
So
yeah,
it doesn't really matter to me. I don't have a car, so it's not like I have to like shovel myself out or anything like that. I just go out and walk. So.
We get lake effect snow over here. I don't quite get it because I'm south enough from Lake Erie, but I've got a couple inches outside, and then if you drive 20 minutes north, and they're getting pounded up there. So, well, it's going up to 36 tomorrow, so it's going to be a heat wave. It'll be the first time above freezing in about a week. So, all right, very good. Which is why I have this hat on, which is getting too hot for me. So it's time to unleash the bald head. All right. Now we'll go over and say hi to Rockin' Coach Amy, who also has a YouTube channel at Keto Rockstars. You see there. And how are you doing, Amy?
I'm great. It's like 15 degrees here, probably about the same as you. I hope you don't mind. I'm multitasking. I'm trying to get some Christmas decorations up while being on this live, so I hope that's allowed.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cold here. I think we got maybe 18 inches of snow last weekend too.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, so but right now we're moving into that really, really cold phase. So I don't know if we'll get any more snow while it's that cold, but yeah, probably about the same as what you have, except for we just got piled on last weekend.
Yeah, I was able to mine was able to melt naturally, a little bit of salt. I didn't have to shovel or nothing. So I haven't busted out the snowblower yet. 18 inches, that's pretty intense. So all right. Very good. All right. Yeah, our brutal months it's kind of early this year. I mean, when I was a kid, it always snowed by this time, but in most of my adult life, it feels like it never snows until January. And January is just absolutely brutal. January and the first 2 weeks of February, and then that second half of February is when we start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. The warmer temperatures start teasing us a bit. So at least that's what it's like here in Ohio. All right, Paul, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Learning more phone technology than I want to, but Abbott Laboratories with their Libra CGM ran into a problem this week, and that the 2 and 3 Plus new series, due to the app is no longer working on Samsung phones. And there are ways around it. You have to use your phone to start the sensor. Once you install a sensor, in order to start it, you got to use your phone. And the phone, that little antenna thing in the back of the phone that's hidden under the cover, near something communicator.
NFC.
Yeah. Well, the Wi-Fi is interfering with it, and so it won't work. And in order to make it work, you have to clear everything out of your phone. So I learned how to go into my app and find the storage and the cache and clear the cache and then once you get it started, you're fine. And then it goes to the on Bluetooth and communicates from there on out. But they're just having all kinds of trouble. Their phones were completely shut down. Not shut down, but just totally overloaded. Saturday and Sunday, and I finally figured it all out. And I had to start a new sensor, so I was kind of like, had to figure it out.
Yeah, Brisket Boomer says, I thought Libre had been recalled. So
that's some of the 3 and 3+ sensors have been recalled. They had one production line, and I guess there's a battery inside the sensor, and I don't know if they got I don't know what happened, but that battery is not operating properly. So you can call them. They do have serial numbers that are bad, and they of course will replace them.
Paul, is there a reason why you use Libre and not Dexcom?
Well, I review. I was going to switch to Dexcom at one time because I was having so much trouble with the Libre, and then I found out Dexcom had more problems than the Libre. So, but lately, Libre's really had their problems. This rollout of the new Plus series has been kind of a disastrous from a business standpoint.
I think the all CGMs are going to have their moments where they're not performing the way that we would want them to perform. But I do believe, and I know Amy's a Dexcom user and Thomas I'm a Dexcom user. I think the features that the G7 has is although the sensor is not as flat and small as a Libre sensor, I think the features that they have and like just the ability to silence the alarms and everything like that, much more powerful, software. So, but also not as cheap. I think it's more money.
Yeah, insurance companies prefer the Libre, obviously due to cost, and you usually have to get a special reason. You have to argue for the Dexcom. Yeah.
Sorry, Bob.
Oh no, that's quite all right. So I am not well versed in CGMs. I've never used one, and I don't have a reason to use one. So I'm glad you chimed in there and talked about that.
Yeah, it's definitely something I think that everyone should wear at least once.
Yeah, no, I've heard it be recommended. I think there's some that aren't there some that can also monitor your ketones as well as your glucose.
So in Europe, there is a continuous ketone meter, CKM. They're not cleared yet in the United States.
Okay.
But it would actually be a separate,
separate
device that you stick on your body. They're looking, and again, I'm just imagine where we'll be in 10 years and 20 years. We'll probably have single sensors that will read
all sorts of
blood
things.
sugar, ketones, who knows,
blood pressure,
cortisol. Like, think of all the things that it might be able to read in our blood, in 10, 20 years.
Heart rate.
Yeah,
whatever.
that'll be neat. Yeah. Is the Libre issue a Samsung only problem, or is it a Libre problem?
That's a good question. I don't know.
The combination, I think. All I know is
does it work okay with iPhone?
Yeah, it's just the Samsung phones, and it's the OS 16 system, and there's some kind of interference because when I scan it and it's not working, I'll get the tone and the vibration that says it scanned it okay, but when I turn my phone around and look at it, it says scan failed. So there's something, I don't know what's going on. And it's a kind of technical thing. They had a technical issue about a month ago. And one Saturday night, Sunday morning, somebody figured out the program issue and redid the app or whatever they did. And they pushed the reset button and the problem disappeared. And it's just how fast it went. And I don't know if this problem is going to be solved that way or not. If you clear everything off your phone and reset your phone and it will scan. You only need the one scan to kickstart it, and once you get started, like I say, the Bluetooth takes over and you're done. And what the most important thing we could ever get, in my opinion, would be to have a continuous insulin monitor.
Wow. Could you imagine
That would be. Could you imagine just wearing that for 2 weeks and realizing how high your insulin is all the time?
I know, really.
And I'm sure my diabetes started when I was probably about 2-3 years old. I was a carboholic as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and
yeah, no, me too. So yeah, that's interesting. So I was just wondering about the Samsung issue, because I heard that one of those One UI updates actually broke Android Auto for a bit, and then they had to release a patch too. So I'm wondering I'm just curious if it's a Libre issue or if it's a Samsung issue. Sounds like it might be a Samsung issue, actually, from the way you describe it.
I
agree.
Everything worked fine before they went to that Bluetooth.
Yeah.
It's a Libre issue at the end of the day, because if their patients can't use the sensors properly, they're gonna either work with Samsung and figure it out. Because you're right, if it works with iPhone,
right,
why wouldn't it, work with? Why can't it work with other ones?
Yeah, at this point, they should be able to get it working universally. So, all right, so that takes care of everybody except for we haven't officially said hi to Lewis.
Hello, Amy. The Christmas tree is beautiful.
Thank you. Sorry.
All silver?
Silver and blue, yes. All this I have like ornaments. 5 trees. But this one is the silver and blue one, and I'm in our 4-season room that's heated. And you can look at the snow outside. There's plenty of it. Very nice. We all sit out here. We don't have a kitchen table in our kitchen because it was just a catch-all for junk. So we got rid of that and we put more cabinets in, and then there's a table out here that we all eat at for Christmas. So I'm like, I better get a tree up out here.
Looks very nice.
Thanks. So don't mind me. I'm here.
No, you're good. And you have your headset on, so you can talk.
Yes, I'm multitasking.
My table's starting to become a catch-all also. So now that the kids are grown and out doing their own thing, we don't usually sit and eat at the table as a family anymore. My wife and I often go to the living room, and the table is starting to become where the mail gets placed.
Yep.
Collects and collects and collects.
That's what happened with us. And I'm like, nope, I'm not having, we have junk drawers. I'm not having a junk table. I'm just not doing it. So I got rid of it.
All right. So before I go to the chat, you got anything interesting you want to share, Lewis? How you been doing lately?
Been good. It's very cold. Right now it's 24 degrees outside, which is not that cold, but
that's warm.
I know. But if for some reason today it just felt really cold, I took a walk this afternoon. I thought I was walking at a good time. It was like 1:30 in the afternoon, so it was like the hottest part of the day to go to the supermarket from my office. And because my local supermarket had beef bacon on sale. I never had it before, so I wanted to go pick some up. It was so cold. The wind was just whipping, and it was just like a terrible day. So, just cold, hanging low tonight, staying inside.
I like beef bacon.
So. Yeah, I never tried it. I can't wait to try it. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Even on sale, it wasn't cheap. So
I want to try and migrate over. I'm a very pork heavy carnivore dieter, and my potassium is high because of my kidneys. So I want to migrate kind of off of the pork muscle meat and more onto the ruminant muscle meat to try and bring that potassium down. But I've had our local ranchers got beef bacon, and I think it's really good. So
yeah, it was regular price $9.99 a package, on sale for $6.99 a package. So I said, that's a big discount. I can try it this time and see how I like it. And it's 10-ounce package. It's $1 an ounce at regular price. It's crazy.
I'll have to look at mine. I don't even remember what I paid for it when I went and got it. It's been a few months because I usually just go down and get regular bacon. Like bacon's bacon. I eat a lot of bacon, but I have to.
I know. But like 10 ounces, I'll cook that up and eat that, and it'll be gone in 30 seconds. So yeah, I just wanted to try it, and we'll see how it is.
I also learned that pork rinds is actually low potassium,
Yeah,
low
rib
phosphorus.
roast went on sale for $9 a pound at my store.
And
I'm waiting for mine. Mine hasn't gone yet. I'm worried.
because the difference is, I guess, the pork skin is a different nutritional composition than the pork muscle meat. So I was doing some research on it because I thought, man, pork rinds is my go-to when I have that itch for something crunchy. And either that or Parmesan crisps, you know, so yeah, I looked it up, and yeah, pork rinds are actually very low potassium, unlike the muscle meats, the sausages and the bacons and things like that. All right, go over to the chat here. Charger Mopar says he's at his usual Monday barbecue get together, and we'll try and play this on the TV.
Oh.
Okay, I know you did one on Tuesday, on another live. I'm not familiar with your Monday one, but hope you're having a good time and enjoying some tasty food. And then Bill Cook asked what time zone I'm in. I'm in Eastern time, so it is right now 8:16. And let's see here. Bill Cook's also interested if Rick's using any sauce, and if so, what kind. He's in Florida, so it's not cold. He probably doesn't know what cold is down there in Miami. All right.
50
Sandy
degrees
Blythe.
is cold.
You know, what's funny is 50 degrees feels cold like in the fall, but then come March when it's a 50-degree day, it's like
it's warm. It's a warm 50 or a cold 50. Yep.
Right. Granny Boo is here. Hello, Granny Boo. And of course, we already saw Amy. Good to see you here. And we got Free Thinker. And let's see here. Carnivore Jerry is listening from work. Hello, Carnivore Jerry.
Nice.
Linda Flanagan. I like to say hi to everybody who's joined us. I'm really glad to have you here. No Slow says you are looking thinner.
Absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not.
George Anthony says went back to a 24-hour fast and 100% carnivore to control blood sugar and weight loss. All right, very good. So does that mean you're routinely one meal a day? That's what that sounds like. So I'm on average 2 meals a day.
It also shows, you know, when you need to, if you're not happy with what you're seeing, how you can tighten things up.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. So I've been maintaining my weight for over a year now, and I keep saying I want to take 15 off. And when I was losing weight, I was eating 2 meals a day, and the way I stopped my weight loss was I introduced a third meal. So I've been 3 meals a day for a while now. But now that I got my blood work under control and I'm kind of happy and aware of what's going on in my body, I went back to 2 meals a day because I want to now I'm motivated to take off that last 15 pounds. I've also have not had any Diet Mountain Dew in 2 days, and counting so far. And instead I'm drinking Saratoga bubbly water, which is amazing. I bought a bottle of San Pellegrino, a bottle of Topo Chico, and a bottle of Saratoga. And you would think that water is water. But I actually, when I had all three side by side, I thought the San Pellegrino was the worst. Topo Chico was very satisfying, but Saratoga was absolutely amazing. And then I just saw it on, I looked it up on Amazon, and I can get cases of it shipped for like half the price I paid down at the store. So that's going to be awesome. But that's one of my goals, is to get off of caffeinated diet sodas.
I just bought some, Bob.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Are those is that the 12 pack of 28 ounce bottles?
Yep. I think I found it at, I want to say Costco.
It matches your Christmas tree.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, it does.
So I have not tried it yet, though. So
especially guys, you should put it around it.
That's like Dr. Kelts. He loves that. When we had a meetup, he had those on all the tables.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I can put a little drop of lemon in it. You know, a little lemon juice, squeeze a lemon, or a lemon concentrate does just the same thing. Gives it a little flavor too, and I love it.
I like how George was watching on Facebook, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, according to this,
Pretty
I've got he's my only Facebook viewer currently. So
hang in there, George. Hang in there.
yeah. we'll end up with like, usually Facebook gets 5 or less. YouTube is where most of the audience chimes in at. And once in a while, like I also simul stream to X, and once in a while I'll have a viewer over there, but it's not really any activity over there. I've thought about removing X and replacing it with Rumble and seeing if that would do any better. All
Dustin's in the house. He could speak to all of the streaming things because he does X, Rumble, YouTube. He does all of them.
Is there a limit? You can only do 3?
Well, it depends on what software you
what
have.
you're paying for and stuff.
Yeah.
So for StreamYard, the plan I pay for, I can only stream to 3 destinations. So I'm entertaining switching to the EV Mux, and because then I'll actually cut my bill in half and add another streaming destination. So but I haven't used it yet. I know, Tom, you used both of them. Do you have a preference?
Yeah. Well, it depends what I'm using it for.
The cheaper one.
Yeah.
I mean, I do the free service on both of them. So, right now I'm trying to get into Instagram to add to the lives.
Yeah, Instagram's a little tricky. It says
a lot
it'll do it.
A lot of work. Me and Amy worked on it, but I still, no offense, Amy, I still am confused.
Well, so I use Talk Studio, which is $7 a month, right? Really cheap.
Right.
You can stream to other channels, but you have to do a custom RTMP to do it.
Right.
The other thing that I found, so it's like if I'm working with someone who's not, tech savvy, it's a little bit harder for them to go into their YouTube, set up the stream manually, get me the custom key, but it can be done. The other thing I've noticed with that is when you do a custom RTMP, it will broadcast to that channel, but you don't get their chats. So their chats don't pull in, but I'm cheap. I'm not going to pay $60 a month.
I do like StreamYard on the concept. Like right now, I could just click a button and stream this right to my audience. The only reason I haven't is because I know some people don't like for you, Robert, I don't do it because, unless you tell me it's okay, I don't like to stream to my audience because some people don't like that. So,
I don't care. The more the reach, the better. If you want to restream, if you want to click restream and restream this, that's fine. I've heard that if you've got the free plan, though, that restreaming might count against your hours, your allotment.
Well, we can find out.
I'm not sure, but you can restream all you want. You'll have a video in your library, but it'll have my logo up in the upper right corner. But yeah, you're more than welcome to. Anybody's more than welcome to. That's fine. All right. Sandy says that he wasn't even sure if that was you, Lewis. You're in disguise.
Yep, I'm growing my winter coat.
A winter coat. I like that. All right. Jamette says hi to everybody. Says she's also doing some decorating.
Nice.
All righty.
So I'm actually streaming to my channel. That's how simple it was for streaming. One good thing about StreamYard.
One click. So on EV Mux. So can EV Mux?
You can do it.
Participants restream too.
It takes several steps.
Okay.
In order to do that,
it's a little more difficult. I get it. All right. All
and
right.
Lexus Jones. It takes a few steps. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah. Lexus Jones is in the house. Hi, Lexus. Good to see you. So, and Amy, you're getting some positive feedback on your tree there. And so here's the question: where is Jeff?
Yeah, where's Jeff?
Yeah, so Jeff texted me earlier today and said he just wasn't feeling up to it. So I don't know if he's watching. If not, he'll probably watch later. So, sometimes these go on really late, and he's been, he just moved, south, and he's been setting up his farm and his new shop.
He's doing a lot of physical work.
Doing a lot of work, remodeling and things like that too. So he could be beat if he had a hard day. So Aaron says, my last 2 Libra 3s were alarming multiple nights. They were not serial numbers in the recall, though. Interesting. All right.
Paul, where do you wear your CGM? Do you wear it on your arm or do you wear it somewhere unusual?
When I started out, I wore mine on the front of the arm, interior bicep, okay? And I got fine results with it. And when I had to switch over to the plus, I moved around to the back of my arm.
Okay.
And so I do as they ask. I've watched other people do other areas.
Yeah.
And
That's why I asked. That's why I asked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's that one guy, I think he's from Sweden or someplace. He's got a website. I think he calls him
Yoda.
He's kind of
Yoda.
very yeah. He's very knowledgeable about all the different things, and we'll probably laugh at all this 10 years from now. The technology will be so improved, and
Bob, the only reason why I asked Paul about where he wears it is because the manufacturers and the FDA, they only clear it to wear in certain parts. Usually it's on the arm. That's why you'll see everyone wearing on the arm. But a large group of people online, they wear them in off-label locations. So right now mine's on my abdomen right here. And Tom, is yours on your leg right now?
Mine's on my thigh. Yeah.
On your thigh, yeah. So Tom's on his thigh. So we wear in different places. And I like to do it on my abdomen because when I sleep, I'm a side sleeper and I toss and turn. So if I lay on the sensor on my arm, it will sometimes give incorrect readings. It will think that I'm losing my blood sugar's crashing or something. So if you put it someplace else, it might be more comfortable while you sleep. Erin just made me think of that because she said that hers went off in the night. So hello.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Hey, Kelly.
How's our Show Me Homesteader / Broken Carnivore doing today?
Little tired, but great. I had to put in some base shoe back in on an apartment and touch up. So pretty much on my knees. So my knees and my hip was just a tad bit sore.
Do you wear any knee protection?
Well,
I'll be right back.
I have knee pads, but unfortunately my knee pads is in a tote in my shop. I need to get them out, but they're somewhere in a tote, but they're getting ready to be packed for a mission trip next 3 weeks.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So I'm a tile setter, so I have very expensive knee pads. They're called Pro Knees. They clock in about $300, but they last like 10 years, before you have to buy a rebuild kit. And they're a inch thick padding, and they're on this bent frame, kind of like a bow and arrow. So when you're down, the weight's on your shin, unless you lean forward and actually get on your knees. As soon as you lean back, it's like a rocking chair, and the weight comes back on your shin, just like it would be if you were standing up naturally. So those were career savers for me, because back in 2010, I had been doing tile for like 10 years, and I thought my career was over. My knees would swell up so bad, and it would hurt to walk. And I'd come home, and my kids wanted to jump on the trampoline, and I just wanted to sit in my recliner and have a beer, And I thought I was a candidate for knee replacement surgery, but I bought those knee pads, and over time, my knees healed. And now I can be down on the ground all day long and put in a long day. So they still get achy if I'm down all day, but I can do it. So yeah, I would say because of that experience, I am a massive advocate for knee protection. I won't even get down on my carpet without putting my knee pads on.
I wound up in the hospital with my knee. I had a job where I was on my knees a bit, and I wound up in the hospital. And I had that like cellulitis skin infection in between the layers of the skin from being on my knees. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot. They came in with a syringe, stuck it in the side of my knee, and drew the fluid out. They squirted it out of the syringe into the air, and it looked like silly string. And he goes, "Yes." I go, "Why are you so happy?" And he goes, "That's healthy fluid on the knee. That fluid from your knee is healthy." And when they squirt it in the air and it makes a string, it means you got healthy fluid.
I do have bursitis on this elbow here. You can see how nasty that looks. I've had that for about a month, and it doesn't seem to be going down. I might have to have that manually drained, but or maybe not. Maybe it's still healing because it's still sore. So I've been trying to not to put any weight on that elbow lately. All right, Dustin's in the house. He says hello, and Bill Cook just ate a half pound of liver. Delicioso, very good, chock full of nutrition. Everything in my house is a catch-all for junk. Mine could be too. I try and keep up after it. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. All righty. Let's see here. Yeah. Hope Jeff feels better soon. He didn't say he was sick. He just wasn't feeling up for live streaming tonight. So he might be just fine. So.
Well, we miss him either way.
Yeah. Beef bacon is good, but not cost effective. I could see that.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to trying it. I'll try it this weekend.
Now I'm curious. Well, I'll be down at Duma's soon because I need to load up on beef products. Again, I'm starting to. I've done some research, and I'm really going to try and take charge of some of my issues that I've been researching lately. So, Bride's Biscuit says, "I don't know any Fruitarians. I know a few Rastafarians." So the Fruitarian thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason I thought about that is there was an article that came out last week, and then I've seen it again because it's being reprinted in different journals. When I open up my browser, I use Edge, and MSN loads up, so I see it there a couple times. Then I'll go over to Google News and I'll see it there too. But it talked about, the article was about the women who died eating only fruit. That was the title of it. And so, and what they're referring to is two individuals. One was it was Russian, so it was Zana Samsonova, and she was a Russian influencer with like 16,000 followers on Instagram, and she was into this raw fruit only diet, and she ended up dying at the age of 39 from malnutrition, and in the end, she looked like walking bones. I mean, she was that skinny. And,
I've never met a Fruitarian in real life. I've heard of them. I've heard of the concept, but I've never met one.
Yeah. We got two Pauls on screen.
Oh my God, there's two Pauls.
Paul, look like this. Go like this. Look up at yourself.
Look up at yourself, Paul. That's funny. Yeah. All right. There's and then the most recent one was in just a couple months ago in September. Another influencer, and her name was Carolina Kryzak, and she was found dead, and she was only 27 years old. And both.
This is why there's no more Fruitarians. They've all died.
Right. And
Yes.
and so the articles were very frank that this is considered an extreme diet. Of course, we hear that term applied to us sometimes. And but with the Fruitarian diet, they're absolutely getting no protein, no fat. It's a few micronutrients and mostly carbohydrates in the form of fructose. So basically, they were eating fruit and still starved to death. Wow. Was really the result of it. So, and by contrast, if you search like Fruitarians who have died, those are the two that are going to come up because those are the two names that are recent and searchable, and there have been others, but they're not well documented by name. However, if you search people who have died on a carnivore diet, the answer is none. The answer is none. And I just think it's fascinating what an opposite experience it is, because those who go on a carnivore diet, they actually become more vibrant, more healthy. They don't get sick as often, and and all their nutritional needs are met better than they have been.
And I would think that there are more people on a carnivore diet than a Fruitarian diet. Would you agree?
I think so too. Yeah, the raw fruit, raw vegetable. That's
different, right?
That's extreme.
Just Fruitarian, just fruit.
Yeah.
I think there's more carnivores.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I think fruit. The Fruitarian is definitely. I mean, I think the term extreme diet definitely fits there. It is super rare. The thinking behind it is that they don't think anything should have to die in order to eat, not including a plant. So they won't eat vegetables, you know. So, but the fruitage they think is okay, and a lot of them, when you research into it, a lot of them are hyper, I don't know, religious or spiritual, but you know, you know, but that kind of makes sense. That ties into a lot of times the faith aspects tie into vegetarianism as well. So I did some more digging because I was like, well, are these the only two? That's not very strong, but there actually are more. There are actually 3 infant deaths associated with it as well. There's an 18-month-old in November of 2017, a 5.5-month-old in May of 2002. Both of them died because their parents were feeding the babies raw fruit only and fruit juices. And then the one that caught my attention was a little girl of 9 months in April of 1999 named Irini Zorabian. And she was an infant in the UK. And she was fed exclusively breast milk from a mother who was on a fruitarian diet. And the baby died of malnutrition. So that's pretty interesting. That shows that like what you eat, you know, can, you know, it impacted the lack of quality, lack of nutrients going into the mother resulted in lack of nutrients in the mother's breast milk, which resulted in lack of nutrients in the baby that needed it so badly to grow. So I thought that was pretty, I don't want to say fascinating is the wrong word, interesting, you know, when I dug a little deeper and found those things out. So
Hey,
go ahead, Amy.
You said mention something, and I know there aren't anyone that I know that died because of a carnivore diet, but there is actually 2 people who died while on a carnivore diet.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them,
I'm sure there's lots of them. I think the point was
actually there's 3.
DeProsperous, and then there was a gentleman I think who had a heart attack in the UK. One of Carrie's good friends.
Oh yeah,
Cannon, I think.
Keith Cannon. Yes. So those are 2 that I know of.
And then didn't wasn't there somebody in Mitch's group?
Oh yeah, someone else died. Yeah. So there's 3, but I mean,
but Keith those weren't related to the diet.
Did Keith have a heart attack? Is that what he died from?
He had like heart issues.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if his name was Keith though. I think it was something
Cannon.
else.
Nick Cannon.
No.
Was it Nick Cannon? No.
Nick Cannon's an actor.
Oh. His last name was Cannon though. I can't.
Yeah,
Alex Cannon.
Yeah.
But I mean, arguably, you know, people are going to say that he died because he ate meat.
Right. Yeah. Well, people are going to say what people are going to say.
Well,
yeah.
People say the same
but
thing
look at the rest of us, though. I mean, look at the majority of the masses, the rest of us, and everything that we're healing.
Right.
I mean,
well, all of us will eventually die, and if we're still on a carnivore diet, someone out there somewhere will likely say, "Oh, he probably diet probably killed him." You know, he's gonna happen. So.
Yep.
But we're not gonna die of starvation.
I'm sure they'll say the same thing about Rick. You know, like, oh, it's because you're on carnivore for 42 years.
Right.
And I believe Alex passed away with a rare genetic heart disorder.
He did.
That's what it was. Yep. That's what
Jeff
it was.
DeProsperous had cancer. And he had cancer before.
And he started carnivore after.
Right. And he was way advanced to, you know. Like
actually he was given a very short time to live before then he went on carnivore and impressed the doctors by outliving that
and he tripled that time.
For quite a while.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So, you know, people are going to say what people are going to say. I saw a short the other day. And I don't know if you've heard of Dr. Allo. He's a cardiologist, and he's here in Toledo. Mm-hmm. But he had a short, and he's all about like LDL's killing all of you carnivores, man. That's like his MO. And he had a short where there was a guy who was on a carnivore diet for maybe a few months, okay, and maybe a year at most. But he was on a carnivore diet, and he was in the hospital recording a video. He had a heart attack, and then he was kind of questioning if he was making the right choices or not, which naturally you would. If you have a heart attack, you start questioning everything you're doing. And, Dr. Allo was like, he's trying to warn him about this heart attack. Well, it's like he was only on this carnivore diet for a short period of time. There's no way on earth that you could do a carnivore diet for 6 months, end up in the hospital with a heart attack, and blame it on the diet. Obviously, this guy's arteries and cardiovascular issues were pre-existing long before he started this carnivore diet, and but you have a video of a guy questioning what he's doing because he just had a heart attack, and people are quick to point the fingers like, yeah, it's the diet. And I think they did the same thing to Mitch, and Mitch is like,
Yep.
I know better.
They totally harassed him. Yes.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't know, I know better than that, but
and-
yeah, that's the first thing they did was tell him his diet had to do it.
And Mitch believes it was the brain surgery that he had prior to the stroke, because
Mhm.
that was the exact place he had a stroke.
Yeah.
was
Problem
where
is,
he
we
had that
can never
surgery.
know. We can never. know.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
thing. That's the
There's-
thing.
there's
Very
That's the truth.
frustrating. Even as doctors, they can't tell you.
No.
Well, that was kind of the problem, wasn't it? Every time he asked them, they had no idea.
No, they had an idea. It was his
Well,
sky high
but-
cholesterol.
Yeah, they had their idea.
Right. Yeah. So, and then at the same time, we know individuals with sky high cholesterol who have arteries that are clean as a whistle and
Mhm.
not accumulating any plaque progression whatsoever, and right away I think of like Nick Norwitz, so, he's a poster child for cholesterol that's out of control.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's what they'll say. So anyway, that was interesting. These Fruitarians have been in the news again lately. And if you go look them up, they look really bad, and they looked bad for like months before they actually died. And it makes you wonder if people said anything to them, or tried to talk some sense into them before, as the people around them who either looked up to them, followed them, or loved them, saw them withering away. And if they just wouldn't listen, because it almost, you see him that skinny. I don't know if I was I just think if I was in that position, I'd have to have some sort of mental disorder to not see that, hey, this isn't working, and my body is actually decomposing while I'm still awake, So that's something else. I'm gonna return to the comments here, try and catch up. So yeah, that's a Fruitarian. Dangerous. All right. We got Paul. Paul trying again. Hello, Paul.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah. My alarms all went off, so I had a. I'm learning my way around this thing.
You're doing good, Paul.
Yeah.
Is this Paul 1 or Paul 2? I just want to make sure.
So
Paul 3.
Paul 3. Oh, yeah, that's true. Third choice.
Amy
Ooh,
says she
that's
did a
right,
lot
Lion
of beef
diet.
bacon when was doing the.
So I'm gonna do Lion Diet in January, and I should save the beef bacon, but I could just buy more.
Yeah. If it's, check the date on it. Make sure you can keep it that
I
long.
throw it in the freezer too.
Yeah.
In the freezer.
Yeah, it should be okay.
I have a lot of freezer meat because I'll
I have so much.
go right up to the user freeze by date, and I'll toss it in the freezer, and then when I want to eat it, I'm like, I don't want to bother thawing it, so I just go down to the store and get a fresh one. So I've got this.
I have
that's
that problem too,
accumulating with
where
meat.
this actually is a good topic for discussion. But like I don't need to buy meat. Like right this minute, I have plenty of stuff to eat.
Mhm.
But if I see something in the supermarket that is discounted because it's by the Best Buy date or whatever, I'll still buy it. But I don't need to.
Right. You just do it because you want.
It's like I need a deal. I
Me
need a deal.
too.
Yeah.
Me
Does
too.
everyone else have that same problem?
Me.
Same here.
Yeah.
Me.
Same here.
Oh, well,
Yep.
great! I feel like
Yep.
I'm with my people.
I'm an extremist. I am a food hoarder. I have a deep freezer in the garage. I have a full-size stand-up fridge in the garage with a freezer in there. I have a full-size fridge in the kitchen. We have a drink fridge out here, and then we have a drink fridge. I feel like I cut half of my electric bill if I just got rid of all the
And-
fridges and freezers.
Right, freezers. I know. In September, in September, I did a challenge where I told myself I'm not buying any food, and I'm
I
just
need to
gonna
do
go out of the
that.
freezer. And let me tell you, I did it. We used everything in the freezers, and it was really good. And you saw it in the credit card bill that month. You know, it was nice.
Yep.
So, it's a good
Yeah.
challenge, and
I
it
only
also
have
lets
one
you see what
freezer,
you have.
so
You know,
I can't really. I wish I could do that, but if my freezer's full, it's full. But
I take advantage of like over here, it's Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day is when the meats go on sale. And I've gone into the store and saw like New York strips marked down to it's not this last year, but the previous years they'd go down down to $6.99 a pound.
lower.
I'd get a
sometimes.
cart and I'd take them all.
I know.
I'd like throw them all in there. There could be like 35 steaks. I'd throw them all in the cart.
My store, 4th of July, they had the T-Bones porterhouses on sale, and then after 4th of July, it was like a secret sale. They were $4.99 a pound. These, and my wife went to the store and she's like, "Oh, these steaks are on sale," and I didn't, because it was a secret sale. It was like not in the flyer or anything like that. And she sent me the photo. I got in my car. She was right there. I got in my car. I went and I filled the shopping cart. She goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Look away. Look away." $4.99 a pound. Crazy.
All right. We got Booby Goats in the house. Hi, Aaron.
hey, Aaron,
There's a Brian Dish, 1787.
Brian,
Let's see here.
That was a good year.
I am behind. Let's see here. I'll go through and skim looking for questions or anything. Yeah, I've seen Saratoga, haven't tried. Try it. Oh, it's my favorite. My favorite of them all.
it's good.
LaCroix is hit or miss depending on the flavor. So yeah. There's some flavors of LaCroix I'm like, man, this is really good. And there's others I'm kind of like, And that's it's weird because everybody champions San Pellegrino, but I've always kind of been like, I really don't like it. But then when I tried something else besides San Pellegrino, I'm like, wow, this is good. Oh, interesting. So my Sam's Club does not have Saratoga. Mine has Mason Perrier, I think it is, and the San Pellegrino. And I haven't tried the Mason Perrier yet. I want to find it at a gas station and try like one. I don't want to buy like a big 30 case.
Right, like in
I
a
don't
cooler
like
or
it.
something like
Yeah.
that.
It must be regional. What stores carry it? What stores don't?
Yeah, probably. I get these lemonades, sugar-free lemonades. What are they called? I don't know. You can only get them at Sam's Club or down south. Like when I go down to Myrtle Beach area, I will find them everywhere. I got to look it up now. What the name of it's called? I drink them every day, but I can't.
Yeah,
think
my
what they're
store
called.
carries Saratoga and the Mason and the Perrier and all that.
I just drink the
Yeah.
Deer Park.
Also, regular water. That's fine. I'm addicted to bubbles. That's my problem.
So Deer Park has a bubbly.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Deer
It's
Park, good water.
you get five for $5. It's like a 28-ounce bottle.
Nature's Twist. That's what it's called. So Nature's Twist lemonade and Nature's Twist pink lemonade. You can get them at Sam's Club here for cheap. Down south, they've got all kinds of flavors, but they only bring those two flavors up here. So that's interesting. So I usually start my day with a hot tea, and then I walk out the door. I grab a Nature's Twist lemonade, and then after that it's water or iced tea, depending on where I might stop. Sparkling water makes me thirsty or dries my mouth out. Interesting.
Interesting.
Haven't heard of a Girl Steiner. So
I'm
sure there's all kinds of waters out there that I've yet to try.
Right.
I never heard of that brand until Bella Steak and Butter Gal mentioned it because it's one of her top recommendations to drink. And then I saw it at the Natural Grocers in Columbia, Missouri, where close to where I work at. And I'm like,
How much?
It's a little more expensive. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can get Mountain Valley for $1.99 there, and I can get a 12-pack of course, the local Walmart, because the Walmart I have here close to where I live is probably the closest I can get stuff, because they only have like Aldi's and a local grocery store, but they have Saratoga, they have Topo Chico in the glass, Saratoga's in plastic, San Pellegrino's in plastic, and then Perrier, I can't even pronounce that one. It's like
You got it. Yeah.
They have that one in plastic. So I usually get the Topo Chico there, and I may try the Saratoga.
Oh, Topo Chico. Amy's got it.
Hey, there's the Topo Chico.
Am I the only one that drinks tap water?
I got.
Yeah, I drink tap. I have a filter, but
No, I do too.
Yeah, I filter mine. Yeah.
I got them all.
Amy's got every color bottle. Blue, clear, green.
Yeah, I have a
Merry
pure filter,
Christmas.
so
Yeah,
I filter
like
my
a
water with
Christmas
the
tree
pure
of glass
cartridges.
bottles.
Yeah, most of the water I drink is tap water through the filter.
Yeah,
You know?
I have some Spindrifts too, but someone gave them to me. They've
Sugar in
got
that fruit.
got sugar. Yes, so
Poison.
I haven't been drinking them, but every once in a while, I will pour one of those in a little bit of one of those into one of these just to use it up.
You'd pour it into the sink and dump it out.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'm like, this lady gave these to me, and she's tried to go.
It's actually a nice amount of carbs
keto.
per can. How many carbs are there per can?
Hold on, let me see. I got to move these chairs.
Go into your refrigerator. Go into your.
They're not even in the fridge. They're just out here in a box. Hold on, but I put up all our party chairs right next to it, so I will get one out. I think there's like 4 grams of carbs or something in one can.
Not
Hold on.
So Brian's asking Lewis, whose water filter do you use?
I use the one in my refrigerator. It's probably not doing anything.
There's actually only one carbohydrate in this.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it is unsweetened, but there is like
Tastes
real
good?
squeeze. It's been a while. Hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah, and it
Does it
doesn't taste
sweet.
No. This one's 0 fat, 0 sodium, 1 gram of carbohydrate, total sugar 0. So I think this is just like sparkling water with lemon squeezed into it. Honestly, it's not bad. Spindrift is what it's called.
1 carb is not bad.
No.
Hold on, I gotta look at the other cans because I thought for some reason one of them was.
I know, Brian. I know I can get a better. Hey, Aaron.
Oh, this one. The grapefruit has 17 calories, 4 grams of carbs, and 3 total sugars. The lemon, though, is very clean.
All right.
I'll just take the Element electrolyte, the flavored ones, and then I'll just take my sparkling water and I'll just make my own soda that way flavored.
You gotta be careful with that, though. You gotta
Yeah,
dump it in and close it real fast.
I dump it in first, and then I put the water
It
in.
explodes. You gotta go real fast.
I've had that happen.
So like I was doing that for a while, but then my electrolytes went crazy because of my kidneys. So I actually don't take electrolytes because my potassium's already wicked high, my magnesium's high, my salt is usually a little low, so I still salt generously, but I have no need for supplementation of electrolytes. And in fact, I'm actually surprised that people say they struggle with getting potassium. There's a lot of potassium in meat. So magnesium I get, you got to get like, if you want to meet the RDA, if you think you have to, then you got to eat like 2.5, 3 pounds of meat a day. But potassium is pretty abundant. So hi, Aaron, how are you doing?
Pretty good. We just got back from Cub Scouts, and I was eating my check steak, and I was like, well, I've got a little light up here on the kitchen table, and I was like, I'll just come in and say hi for a little bit until the light dies.
All right.
Can we,
Well, very
can
good.
we
Glad
talk
you could
about
join us.
your amazing sweater?
Isn't it awesome with the little
Yeah, can you
kitty?
please show it off, please? I know it's a little,
I like that. Yeah,
it's a little
cool.
Halloweeny, and that's past, but that is
Oh, but it's so
amazing.
warm. They
Yeah,
didn't even.
You should wear. I'd wear it all year round too.
I was gonna say it's cats. I mean, come on.
It's Milton's.
Yes,
Yeah,
Little Milton's.
it's Milton
autumn.
chasing pumpkins.
It's autumn. So
It is
Oh,
autumn.
okay.
It is autumn. Yeah.
yeah.
still is.
All
I
right.
still got.
I just posted the link in the chat. If you'd like to join us, there's 3 more seats
Mhm.
available. You're more than welcome to join us on screen, just like all these fine individuals we have here
Let's
already.
fill it up.
Yep. All right. Okay, so Keto Simple says EV Mux is the most affordable, customizable, and affordable. He switched from StreamYard to EV Mux because StreamYard raised their prices crazy high. And see, that's
cool.
it. So, like StreamYard, I'm on there's the free plan, and then I'm on their core plan. They have core, and then they have like advanced, and like the core is $49.99 a month, and then the advanced is $89.99 a month. So I'm on the core, and if I go over, I'm looking over here at EV Mux, I could get one more destination and 2 more on-screen participants.
12.
And only pay $20 a month. So
Why don't you try it?
I'm throwing money away. So I need to give it a try. Maybe next Monday
I think the experience for everyone on StreamYard is better.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
when we're on the panel and interacting.
Well, like I said, you could also share
what they're watching on YouTube is basically going to be the same, but like,
right.
I think the interface is better on StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's fine. We will adapt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll give it a try. So
Like I said, the only thing
I
I
don't
like
mind-
about
I don't
StreamYard
mind-
is the ability to let my guests go to their channel.
you said the restreaming is easy.
It's you saw how quickly
Yeah.
Click on
of a button.
StreamYard, yeah.
you know, but if you're not, if you don't really care about having other people like how we are right now, and it's not really
Yeah.
about, then I think, you know,
Yeah.
this-
By the way, we got 10 of your peeps here watching with us, according to
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah. So we
I'm
got
gonna go over there and check and see who's in the chat.
10 of our
I do over there and check
viewers
who's in the
are
chat.
watching from
From
Target
Thomas.
Prime Ribs channel. I think their chats would show up here too, wouldn't they? They'd show up.
They do.
show up on
They
the
do.
StreamYard,
They
yes.
show up in the StreamYard, but
Yep.
They
don't
do.
show
I
up
like.
on the
I just
YouTube.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to see. It's easier for me to see where they're from.
All right. Jamette says she's been busy. Sorry for not chatting so much, but that's okay. So I understand busy. I've been extremely busy in the last month and a half. I've neglected a lot of communities and even my own YouTube comment section just because I've been so busy. So I feel bad.
Well, okay.
Aaron, watch your shorts, but on shorts, the comments doesn't come up. Is that on the mobile or on the computer? Because you can get to them. They're kind of different each way, the way you get to the comments.
It could be because there's kids on them. Usually they block it. YouTube does, and I have to go back in and fix them.
You have to keep up. I did finally figure out how to make it where it stays no kids. I forgot how I did. I figured it out, but I forgot how I did it. But now
You still like no
pretty
kids for your
big now.
videos?
Yeah.
You did. Oh, I mean, I say it's not made. Like, is it made for kids? No, but
Well,
I don't
before
restrict
you had
it.
to do it each time you did a video, or each time you had to do it each time. But I kind of was able to figure out how to make it stay and not have to change it. So,
all right.
And once I figure it out, if you want me to, Aaron, I'll figure it out for you and I'll let you know. So you can switch it out.
Yes, Jeff is missed.
Give me a couple of years to figure it back out again.
Yeah, Sandy said later on that was not a question.
It's not missed.
All right.
How far behind in the chat are you, Bob?
I am looking at. I'm at 8:37. Is what
Okay,
I'm.
less than 30
here.
minutes. We're good.
Yeah, I'm 20 minutes behind. So.
Better than most people.
Yeah,
I'd be,
used to
I'd
eat
be 40
fruit.
minutes behind. So
I love fruit.
I will once in a great while. So, but definitely not a fruitarian.
that's bananas, if you ask me.
Okay.
We are the only humans who are not malnourished. I will agree with that. If you're eating a carnivore diet, and when I say a carnivore diet, I mean like, fresh meat, maybe some dairy, then yeah, you're getting everything that you need. If you're eating the Slim Jim diet or the pork rind diet, then you're probably not getting everything you need. And
Well, you might with the Slim Jim, you get like all the pieces that nobody eats. No
that's
detail.
true. And then some filler. There's some
Yeah,
carbohydrates and filler in there.
Are you
So-
saying lips and like backsides, Aaron? Is that what you're saying?
Everything, all the above.
everything. No, I like,
All the
I have
above.
nothing against a Slim Jim. That's another thing that I eat a lot of is I do eat a lot of processed meat. So the bacon, the sausage, pepperoni, salami, beef bologna. And I'm a beef jerky connoisseur. I love beef jerky. In fact, I'm going to get a dehydrator. I want to start making my own. So I'm getting something that's really clean. But so I eat a lot of that, processed meat products too. So I guess maybe I'm a dirty carnivore. I don't know, but I want to eat more ruminant animals, eat more fresh to try and bring my potassium and my phosphorus levels down. That's my goal. That's my blood work goal. And the caffeine, eliminate the caffeine. So particularly in the form of soda, so diet sodas. So you say Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts, Aaron?
Cub Scout.
Cub Scouts. I was in Cub Scouts when I was little.
So was I.
Yeah.
Oh, the Cub
I was
Scouts.
not.
I never migrated.
Pinewood Derby.
I never migrated into Boy Scouts, but I did the Cub Scouts thing. And I remember having the uniform, and there was 4 patches, like 4 different levels you had to advance through, and it was fun. It was just fun outdoor activities. I don't remember much of it because I was really young. So I imagine it's your younger children that are into it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They got sold. They went to school and they were like, if you get your parents to sign up, you get slime or a fire starter. So now I'm stuck every Monday going. They're having fun though. They're having a good time. They
Yeah.
got to go to a fire station. Going to play with all this stuff.
So here's a comment, and it's got a little link
not
over the
about-
name. So I think this comes from Tom's viewership. It's not above living a long time. It's not about, I'm sure that's what it means. It's not about living a long time. It's about the quality of your life. We all eventually die, and it's God's will that takes us home. So yeah, quality life. I would agree with that. I would like yeah, sure. Would I love to live to 150?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. It depends on how healthy and
The last 20, 30 years, if they're terrible,
right.
Would you actually
Yeah.
want to live to 100?
it's about the quality.
Yeah. So hopefully, by means of our diet choices, our elderly years will be vibrant and healthy and enjoyable. So, and not limited or constrained. So we'll see. I just turned 50, so I'm not too far from finding out.
Whoopee.
No,
Happy
no.
birthday. I'm right behind you.
Yeah.
I got a couple months.
I'm going to be
That's-
70 next year.
70.
Wow.
All right. Very good. Well, I think you're
Yep.
doing all right for 69. So very good. Dark field carnivore. Starting carnivore by simply increasing fatty meat, which is how a lot start, will actually accelerate metabolic disease due to extra fat with the carbs.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds like Randall cycle stuff.
I mean, if you're
So-
eating carbs and then also eating a lot of fat,
Yeah.
the insulin will be up, and then you're not going to be in a good place. I understand what they're trying to say.
Yeah. No, I would get that
Yeah.
too. So I think when we talk about the quality of carbs, or the amount of carbs. So I still think that ketogenic approach, it's still just fine. Your carbohydrate level's so low that I don't think it's making that much of an impact on you metabolically. A lot of people, they reverse their diseases and they lose weight and they feel great on a keto or ketovore diet. So
Right.
I'm still, I'm a disciple of Dr. Berry, you could say, when it comes to the health and nutrition sphere. So where he says that, the proper human diet is a range of 0 to 100 carbs of single ingredient whole food carbs, depending on your personal physiology. And for the most part, I agree with that. Yeah. So, but I know what you're saying. Like, if you're eating a standard American diet, or even if you're like, eating a lot of fruit, if you're eating like 400 grams of carbohydrates of fruit along with all your fat and protein, I don't know how well that's going to work for you. So if you're eating a little bit, okay, someone who gets criticism, that we all talk about is like, Paul Saladino and his animal-based diet. Is an animal-based diet a good diet? Yeah, it is. Is the carbohydrate quantity that Paul Saladino recommends good for everybody? Probably not. Maybe a few, but I think generally he recommends too much. When he's recommending 300-400 carbs a day, how in the earth do you call it an animal-based diet anymore? That's what I don't get it. If it's animal-based and you're consuming 1,600 plus calories from fruit, what's the justification of calling that animal-based? That's my thinking towards it. So, but if you have some berries or an apple or a lemon once in a while, and you squeeze a lemon in your drink or something like that, and it's just seldom, I don't think that's going to really harm anybody. Bob, so true. My grandma ate meat, potato, and veggies, lived to the 90s. Right. So that's because it's a clean diet. Eat like your grandma used to eat is what a lot of people say. That diet was devoid of ultra processed foods. She got everything she had. She farmed. She either grew it or she raised it, and butchered it. So let's see here. And was probably enjoying butter, no seed oils, and the like.
Yeah, grandma probably didn't have too many seed oils to worry about.
Nope.
Right. 0 seed oils. Come on, guys. I thought carnivore was supposed to strengthen your memory. Did all cavemen and cavewomen and Neanderthal die as carnivores? No carnivores have died. You can ask AI. Go pick the AI of your choice. What are some examples of people dying from a carnivore diet? It will return none. There are no examples.
Unless you choke on a piece of steak.
Right. Yeah.
Or die in a freak accident.
Well, I think the whole thing is the diet killed you. So a freak accident wouldn't be the diet killing you, but it's choking on a ribeye.
I have a friend that's a fruitarian. She's fun to talk to. So, fruitarian, is that the new politically correct term for being gay? No.
God.
We're not going to go there.
Fruit flies.
Gary.
Fruit.
Gary.
Oh, fruits. I get it. Oh, okay. That went right over my head. All right.
Yeah, but fruit flies, they don't need a mate.
Lovely.
They're asexual.
Yep.
They reproduce on their own. I guess they can swing both ways, I guess. I don't know.
Dubai fly.
So there's a carnivore woman. I think her name is Darla, one of those fruitarians who died. I think the Russian was her mentor. Someone interviewed Darla who used to be vegan. So went from vegan to fruitarian, or went from vegan to fruitarian and now to something more sensible.
Well, the whole fruit thing is, from a horticultural standpoint, is fantastically interesting in my opinion, because you take watermelons. Watermelon is the most difficult fruit to produce true seed, because bees just, you have to have your watermelon field separated from everything else by like 20 miles. You got to be out in the middle of nowhere. There's a family down south somewhere, so they preserve a certain watermelon, and they grow a couple acres of them just for the seed. They're the seed producer, and they have the hardest time to maintain their integrity of their variety, keeping the strain up. It's just almost impossible. And lemons aren't even you can't find a lemon in nature. Man created the lemon.
Well, if you do some research, most of your foods in the grocery store are man-made in one way or another. So,
well, they may have been hybridized.
Right. Well,
There's
that's
a
what I
difference
mean.
between-
They don't. They
Yeah,
don't. When I
they've
say
been,
that,
they've been modified.
they don't resemble their wild natural form. So, like corn didn't exist at one time. Peaches and plums and bananas were small, hard, full of seeds, very unappetizing. Watermelons, same thing, small, full of seeds, not a lot of red flesh at all. And all these things have been, crossbred and manipulated over hundreds and thousands of years to look like what they do today. So a lot of the fruit and vegetables that we have today are not the way they were created, you could say, in the wild. They didn't exist long ago. So it's actually pretty fascinating. Some other influencers have videos on them, and that's another one you can ask AI too. So like broccoli didn't exist, cauliflower didn't exist, Brussels sprouts, and something else. All those are actually derivatives of the wild mustard plant, I believe. So thousands of years ago, you had the mustard plant, and these other things didn't exist. But then or wild brassica. I think that's what it is. That was actually then manipulated, and over time, they were able to cause it to create broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. It's all the same plant. It actually all comes from the same plant historically, but man has been able to produce it. So it is able to produce different types of flowering buds or different kinds of leaves, and they've created these different vegetables out of the same plant. So it's actually pretty fascinating. So, and mankind has done the same thing with animals too. Like a dairy cow has been bred to produce the amount of milk that they produce. They didn't have to produce that much milk naturally, in the wild. But our dairy cows today have been bred to produce large quantities of milk. So not only can they take care of their young, but then they got all this excess that can be packaged, and that humans use too. And chickens, chickens are bred to be bigger, more muscle meat, lay more eggs than they normally would. So man has manipulated nature in many different ways. So all fascinating. I think it's fascinating myself, from whether you're whatever they call those who study plants, or those who raise the animals. I think it's fascinating that they've been able to modify and do this over time. So humans have been actually pretty smart for a long time. So Jamet asks, is sugar-free really sugar-free? So depends on the product. Some products, yes, they're truly sugar-free. Others, they are replacing the sugar with something that is also a sugar. They just don't call it sugar.
That comment came up when you were talking about the lemonade.
Oh yeah.
drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lemonade.
Oh yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah.
The lemonade has got probably, I'll have to look it up. I think it's got either aspartame or sucralose along with acyl sulfame potassium, which is common as a sweetener. So yeah, some drinks, they have sugar in them, but the law says that if it's under a certain amount, they can legally put 0. So there could actually be trace sugars in there but if it's less than like half a gram, they can actually print 0. So if you have,
But if you drink, you know, 5 of them,
yeah. So if you drink like 5 drinks that are 0.49 grams, you know, say that's half a gram, now you're at 2.5 carbs that you weren't even aware of.
No. That's not the law. That's not the law.
Oh, I believe it is.
No. Sorry.
It's got,
I've worked in enough food places when they, let's just say, I'll tell you some good examples. If you're, let's just say you're 0.8 grams of carb in a serving.
that has to round up to 1. That has to round up to 1.
No, they can go to 0. In many cases, they can go to 0.
wow.
They can, yeah. And they did it through legislation. Okay. They paid off Congress to pass these laws in that way.
Well, are you telling me, are you saying that I'm wrong, but then saying the same thing I just said? That
I think what he's saying is you're saying that they have to round, they can only round down at a certain point. He's saying they can round down even more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's the FDA regulations that they're breaking rules. Then the FDA regulations say that if it's 0.5 or less, they can round down.
The labeling laws, it's just like, take for one good example is Philadelphia cream cheese. Okay.
Right.
Philadelphia cream cheese has carbs in it.
I love cream cheese.
Yeah.
But each ounce of Philadelphia cream cheese from all the cream cheeses I've looked at has the least amount of carbs
Cheesecake.
per ounce.
I love cheese, period.
Okay.
So I called Philadelphia cream cheese. I called their consumer number. And I says, because on the label it says less than 1 gram of carb per ounce.
That's
Right.
correct.
Okay. That's how they.
That's because it has between 0.5 and 1. So the law says that if it's under 0.5, they can round down and call it 0. If it's 0.5 to 1, they're allowed to write less than 1 gram on the label.
But there's exclusions to that rule, is what I'm saying.
Like what?
Certain things are allowed to round down if they're under 1. Okay.
0.9.
It's their choice. They don't have to do it. They can do it, but it's not with all things. Okay. So I called the makers of Philadelphia cream cheese, and I says, well, I'm very concerned about, I explained to them why I was concerned and what I wanted to know. I wanted a more accurate carb count. So she says, well, in the whole 8-ounce bar, she says there's 5.5 to 6.5 carbs. So when you divide it out for 8 servings, that's how they say less than 1. I just wanted to know more exactly what it was. Okay. And it's like heavy cream. Sometimes you'll see on the package, it's 0 carbs. And that's a true round down, according to what you said, because a whole cup of heavy cream is 5.5 to 6.5 in carbs. So
right. So but the serving size
is the tablespoon.
Is a tablespoon. Yeah. So
and that's less than 1/2. So they write it as 0. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's.
But if you're doing a recipe and you're adding a whole cup, you're added probably 6 carbs to that whole recipe.
Right. Yeah.
See, if you cut it in 6, if you cut it into 6 servings, you can start calculating your carbs. But then there's a 20% error rule, which doesn't cover everything, but does cover calories. Is it calories? Yeah, calories.
Calories you can never know.
Calories only have to be within 20%.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying. So the FDA, the rules are if it's 0.5 or less per serving. Now that's the catch. What do they consider a serving?
Yeah, that's another part of it too. Yeah.
So if it's 0.5 or less per serving, they can put 0. If it's between 0.5 and 1, they can say less than 1 gram. And then if it's greater than 1, they have to round up to the next carb. And so if it's got 1.5, they have to say 2 carbs.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, serving sizes, that's a valid point you make. So like the heavy cream is a good example. I thought it had 0, because you look at the back of it and the serving's a tablespoon. But if you actually do some research, you're right. A cup of heavy cream might have 5-6 carbs in it, almost like a cup of milk. And that actually makes a lot of sense. I think we went through that last week here on
Yeah, I
Monday
think
Night
we
Live.
did.
And that was an eye opener for me. I didn't know that because I just look at the nutrition label and 0 carb. Now, and with regard to that, a cup of 6 grams of carbs and a cup of heavy cream, I'm not worried about it. I don't think carbs are of the devil. I think processed carbs are of the devil, but carbs and naturally occurring carbs, I'm not really too worried about, especially if they're just a trace here, trace there as a consequence. You eat a steak, there's trace carbs in your steak. So
Sure.
you eat eggs, there's
Yep.
less than 1 gram or 1 gram,
Coffee,
1 to 2 grams of carbohydrate in the egg.
Coffee's a good example too. Coffee.
So I don't really sweat the small stuff, you could say. Yeah, I don't become.
And you can't sweat it.
Now, if you have a valid reason to be carb obsessed, that's fine. But for me, a few carbs here and there,
and that's why Paul wears a CGM. He can see how things affect him, and then
right, and
you adjust
Paul
from there.
Right, and Paul with the with his insulin issues probably has to be more carb obsessed than the rest of us do. So so that makes perfect sense.
I've just gone to avoiding carbs, and
matter
of fact, I talked to my daughter today and going to her house for Christmas, and her husband's whole family's going to be there. So there'll be 35 people there. And I says, well, I'm bringing my own cheesecake. And she goes, yeah, that's great. You'll have something then, and because it will be Sugar City.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter does a good job at taking out excessive carbs out of her children's diet. And because I've seen a nice cake there, and all of a sudden the cake disappeared. I go like, where did that go? And she's already put it away and frozen it, and it's headed for the fire department or the ambulance corps or wherever, and at Thanksgiving or Halloween, she buys the candy from her kids. And the price goes down every day. Okay.
Oh,
so
smart.
Yeah. And you have to sell it all. You can't sell part of it. Okay. So she was offering $10 a pound, on Halloween night. And so my grandson decided he was going to, take her to the cleaners. Okay. And so he made a good pile of money. And unfortunately or unfortunately, as far as depending upon how you're looking at it, it goes into his special account, and he can't spend all of it. He can only spend parts of it. And all my grandchildren are under a savings plan, so that's a whole different issue. But she buys up their carbs, which is, and then she won't buy them everything they want. So they go, well, if I can sell my carbs, I can buy whatever it is I want, It may take me a while to get there, but I've seen those little grandkids of mine. They can pack it away. I've seen the carb addiction already.
All right.
Great.
Here's an interesting comment. I don't like sparkling spring water, only mineral water. So now I'm going to have to check my
I don't know
Saratoga.
what the difference is.
I think the Saratoga is a mineral water.
I think so,
the Topo
too.
Chico is a mineral water. So that might be the difference. And I've also noticed that like San Pellet or Topo Chico and Saratoga, like the carbonation that's in it is natural. They get it from some spring and around a volcano or something. So it comes out of the ground, that bubbly. Whereas San Pellegrino is it's somewhat bubbly, but then they add more.
What does it say?
Carbonation to it.
Saratoga is spring water. Ingredients: spring water and carbon dioxide. Now
so they carbonate.
The gas in it. Yeah, the gas in it.
No, I looked it up. Saratoga water comes out of the ground naturally bubbly.
Oh,
yeah. Same with Topo Chico.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So that even if it's not, if it comes out of the ground, it still has the bubbles in it.
It's naturally occurring carbonation. not injected, like I do here at
Right.
home with my. So I can take my filtered water and try and pump CO2 into it and make it bubbly. Cause I make my own soda, and I kind of don't like it. It tastes like the San Pellegrino, but this Saratoga stuff, I'm just absolutely in love with. Brian Dish asked Lewis, whose water filter do you use?
Not a good one, Brian. Talked about that already.
So
I have a question.
I already asked you.
I have a question for Lewis.
I have an answer for Amy.
When you fast, do you drink the mineral waters or you just drink plain? Well, sometimes you don't even drink
I'm drinking
water.
mineral water. Sometimes
You do. You do. Is it okay to drink mineral water? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm drinking flavors right now. As long as it's no calories, no carbs, it should be fine.
Okay.
What about well water?
That's perfectly fine. Hose water. When in the 80s, we all drank out of the garden hose. Garden hose water.
New York City hose water. Oh yeah, that is my
No,
filter.
do not drink New York City water.
Well, that's where I live.
Yeah, I know. I drank it one time and it was the biggest mistake.
Yeah, I know.
So I just got to tell the story.
No,
so,
I'm immune to it. I'm immune to it now.
I went to, I sung at Carnegie Hall a couple times, and I stayed in the, I think the one time we stayed in the Fashion District, wherever that, where that is, like in a hotel in the Fashion District. And they're like, the water, the water's different here, whatever. So we had bottled water, but I ran out of bottled water and I had to take my medication. So I'm like, I'm just going to get some water out of the tap.
Okay.
It doesn't taste like the water from the region where I'm from
So
and in northern Indiana.
I'm going to say that we have the best tasting water, tap water, in the country.
I have a different opinion. I differ.
Hands down. New York City water is delicious.
But Mishawaka, like I grew up like on Mishawaka water, and then I moved to South Bend, which is the next city over, right? And I did not even like South Bend water. So New York, I don't know. I took one swig and I thought it ended my life for a second.
What do you think this is? A third world country?
It just,
Manhattan.
I don't know. It just didn't taste like water. I don't know what it tasted like, but it didn't taste
tastes
like water.
It's a little thick.
Should water
just
be
kidding.
thick?
That's not real. That's not real.
Or something. We're still waiting for it to pour.
No, you're not a third world country, but
Saturday Night Live bit.
It's funny though. It's funny though because at work we don't drink the tap water at work for some reason. I think because of the plumbing, you don't really know where the water's going in these buildings. So at work we drink bottled water, like we have like the dispenser, but at home it's fine. It's good. I'll still use the refrigerator filter, which is, I don't know what it's really doing, but I'll use that for cooking and for drinking. It's doing nothing.
Yeah,
it makes us feel better, is what it does, because I do the same thing.
I got one for my rainwater.
Yep. Plenty of fluoride. No slow.
Yep.
How you doing, Rick?
Pretty good. I just had to get together with friends. We had our Monday night barbecue.
No, is that a?
We thought there was a
Monday
live
tradition.
We do it around this time of the year. It's supposed to be cold, but it was 87 degrees today. So it never ends. It was supposed to rain today. It didn't. As soon as it came to my neighborhood, it cleared up. So I'm under a heat dome. I think wherever I go, I can make it warmer.
Can you come to northern Indiana, please? Like
with some of that heat? With some of that heat?
Bring the heat.
I don't know what it is, but everywhere I am, it just seems like it's always hot. And then to make things hotter, I got Milton sitting next to me.
That's it. Body heat.
Cute little thing.
Maybe Milton's a key.
Might be. My friend hadn't seen Milton for a few weeks, saw him recently. Wow, he's gotten big. Oh, what a beautiful cat. I haven't seen a cat that nice looking. I said, well, he's a carnivore like me.
Carny cat.
Cat.
I thought all cats were supposed to be carnivores.
That's what I heard. Heard that they're obligate carnivores, but I used to have a cat that would eat Doritos with me. I'd sit on the couch and I'd feed the cat Doritos. And
Yeah, I
our
have a
current
cat
cat
that
will
eats
eat some different types of human food too.
strange things.
Yeah.
Strange. Yeah.
I had a cat with an opposable thumb, so you could crumple up paper and throw
Mhm.
it down the hall, and it would run down and pick it up and then put it in its mouth and then walk back to you. But that was pretty neat.
Polydactyl.
My mom
Yeah.
had one of those.
Mhm.
We called them Key West cats.
Yep.
Brisket Boomers, am I the only one who goes to a natural spring to collect my drinking water? I fell on the ice today getting spring water. Well, I hope you're okay.
I will say yes, Amy. You're the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
agree with that.
the only time I ever drank from a spring is when I was a kid. My father used to go deer hunting down in Cadiz, Ohio, and he'd take me with him. And there was a cabin there. They go out hunting during the day, and he'd give me like a 22 and some bullets and shoot at a coffee can all day while they were all gone. But there was a natural spring that came out of the side of the hill next to the cabin, and it was so clean you could literally put a cup down, collect it, and drink
ice cold.
It was
I
good.
know.
That's-
I had the same experience. Amy, first of all, I hope you're feeling okay after falling. And the only thing that I worry about when I'm thinking about drinking water coming out of a mountain is like what's upstream. What animal maybe went to the bathroom somewhere? I just think of stuff like that, So yeah.
Dead
I hope
bodies
you're
in
okay.
the stream, you never know.
That sounds like a song coming up.
Rotting corpses,
Duck
of
poop.
like,
That's just
Beaver
extra
poop.
protein.
But I
Beaver
guess you can
poop
say
is deadly.
that's all carnivore.
Yeah. Not a Sala. I get heartburn after eating eggs and butter. What's the solution?
Cry.
Cry? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Eggs and butter?
What is
I would be so
heartburn?
sad.
Yeah. I don't
Try
know.
getting rid of the egg whites. Just eat the
Yeah, I was
yolks.
going to say just do the egg yolks.
Sometimes
Was it
people have
heartburn?
reactions.
Was it heartburn? So
Heartburn.
I notice that I get heartburn. I'm trying not to do this, but the struggle is real. But if I've been having a lot of stress lately, but if I eat bacon too late at night and then I go to bed, and I've never had heartburn until I went carnivore and I ate bacon too late at night and then went to bed. So I just have to not eat late, like at night.
And my question is it only if you eat eggs and butter? Because what if you separate the two? What if you don't
That's a
put
good
butter with
point.
your eggs? Just asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to do some.
What's
little more
eggs without
research on
butter?
that. Yeah.
Well, that's true, but maybe for this person, maybe.
Yeah. So try the egg yolk,
Yeah.
like was suggested. You could
I
also.
think that's the best suggestion.
That's the best suggestion. You could try the egg white, although I think the egg yolk is when you eat eggs, you really want the yolk. You could try swapping out butter for ghee or tallow or something else, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to narrow that one down. You're going to have to just do your own experiment and eliminate one of those at a time and see how you feel after eating, and see if you can't narrow it down between the whites, the yolk, or the butter. And I'd be interested to know what the results of that are.
There's many reasons.
Start with the egg whites first, because
I think
butter,
I agree.
Butter's
Most people that
perfect.
have an issue with eggs, it's the egg whites. So
Why do they call it heartburn?
Well, I mean, I had an issue with butter for a little bit. It was causing me issues, but I was able to get my body acclimated to it. But I agree with Lewis. I think that getting rid of the egg whites first, and just experimenting. But like I said, if you have eggs and butter, but if you can have eggs by themselves and you can have butter by itself, then
That's weird.
it is. But
oh,
we've
yes,
heard
there you
weirder.
go. Hard boil an egg and eat the hard boiled egg.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
differently. Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's because then you're getting the white and the yolk without the butter, so that's a good idea. So, all right, John Together Strong says hello. Glad you could join us. That's from watching
Thomas
from
is there.
Target Prime Ribs channel there. And then Bill asks, is anyone doing pickles? And
I I've done pickles. Yes.
I
So,
do
yeah,
pickles,
okay,
but
occasionally.
deli
I
style.
like
pickles.
really good deli pickles. Yeah.
Yeah. Occasionally,
That's
like I
good
don't
from
stock them here at the
Milton.
house, but sometimes we go out for open mic night on Tuesdays, and they will make me two beef patties with pepper jack cheese and bacon, and then my wife and my mom and my dad, they might get something also, but they usually a pickle comes with everything. So I'll be like, and none of them eat their pickles, so I'm like, pass the pickles down to me. So it's a fermented food. I'm completely okay. A pickle's like crunchy water. There's nothing in a pickle that's gonna really do any harm.
I enjoy pickles. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like deep
Those are
fried
good.
pickles once. It's interesting.
I accidentally unstarred a comment that
Oh.
it was someone mentioned that someone had a plasma TV and the EV Mux logo burned in the corner.
Yeah, I saw
watching
that.
Carnivore
I
Slow.
already
channel too
responded
much.
to that.
That was Gary.
That was
No
Gary.
slow.
Yeah.
And it's like, who has a plasma TV? There it is.
Yeah,
there you go.
plasma TVs are notorious for that. I had a plasma TV. I did all
Very
this
old,
research,
very,
and I
very
was like,
old.
back then it's like plasma was the best picture. And I bought a plasma TV, and then my wife had an in-home childcare, and in the morning she would have Fox News
Oh Lord.
running Fox 8, the local Fox 8. So not the Fox, like not the international Fox,
Right, not the
our local
cable.
Cleveland station. But in the bottom corner, that Fox 8 logo burned in, and so every time you watched anything else, especially if it went black, you'd see the Fox 8 logo, and it drove me
I
crazy.
think weren't plasma TVs the first like flat screens, like the
Yeah,
ones
I
that
think
were
so.
no longer CRT.
Yeah, and they had the true
Before
black.
LCD.
Now their plasmas are gone, and now OLED has kind of replaced them as a
Yes.
superior technology, which can still suffer some screen burn, but it's very
Yeah.
unlikely now.
I went with mini LED instead of OLED
hmm
because of that.
Josephine says, "Howdy, beautiful people." Hello, Josephine.
I had a projection TV.
It's good.
Cub Scouts instilled a love of nature, camping, hiking, rock climbing, and eventually mountaineering. Very nice.
Yeah, we're talking about Cub Scouts.
Papa Carnivore's in the house.
Peter.
And Amy reminds everybody to hit that like button.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah.
for that.
Let's check out
Oh,
the
yeah.
numbers.
I guess
Everybody
I
listen to Amy. Hit the like button.
I already did.
Speaking of Amy, Amy's going to be having a heart attack soon.
Oh yes.
Very-
Did you like your thumbnail I made, Rick?
With the Black Menace.
Yep.
37 people are watching and only 21 likes.
Hmm.
Disgrace.
Amy's going to learn the fine art of having a real heart attack.
Wait, I didn't see it. I want to see
You
it.
got to look at the thumbnail, and it says something like, "This meal is this even legal to cook?" And then it says, "Served with a statin" is what I put.
Wait a second. What is
this on your channel?
Why is Milton holding a knife?
Because I told AI, to have
Is that really Milton or is it a random black cat?
I don't know. It looks like Milton. I said tell AI to have a spatula fight between the three.
And is that Rick from 1991?
And so it took me, Rick,
Probably
and Milton,
is.
and it made us sword fight.
And why is it served with statin?
Because it's a heart attack meal.
Oh, got it.
Served with a statin.
You really need to get like a candy dish and just fill it with statins.
Oh, that
Like
would be
little,
great.
little pills.
I will do that. I'll add that in there.
Wow, this is like a Christmas special.
It is.
21?
It's going to be 12/21, and
Is Rick going to be on it?
yes, Rick is going to be teaching me live. I know the ingredients, but I don't know the instructions. So he's going to be walking me through one of his heart attack recipes live.
Just don't do what Thomas did.
No, this is the safest one. This is the safest
Full
one.
face shield. Full face shield.
Do not attempt the pacemaker pizza yet.
The look on the cat's face is great.
Milton's tongue is
I
sticking
know.
out.
Look at it with the tongue and everything. I love it.
The cat's like
No, that's a picture of Milton, saying, "You're not taking my balls." with the knife.
he's like I'll fix you. Never mind you.
It is a really great. It is a great. And why is the background hamburgers?
Because that's the recipe we're making. Is this heart attack?
Hard attack
burger.
hamburgers.
Oh, burger.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were doing the chicken. Okay, cool.
Is it? No, I've already done the chicken. But is it cheating, Rick, if I fry the bacon up ahead of time?
No, that's fine. And also make the buns ahead of time because they're the hardest part
No,
of the recipe.
we'll do the buns on screen.
Okay.
What are the buns made out of?
It depends on the method you want to use. I use pork rinds, cheese, and eggs.
In like a chaffle maker?
I use the little bowl thing, that you pour it in there and heat it up.
How do you heat it up? Oh, wait, you can't tell me any instructions.
No, we can't.
Tell
This
me.
is not, this is the wrong show.
Don't tell
Don't
too much.
don't give
Everyone
it away.
Tune in on 12/21.
It'll be a blast. It could be a disaster or it
Heart
could be a
Attack Pizza.
success.
And who will win the sword fight? Milton.
Milton always wins.
It was supposed to be spatulas, but that came out so
Milton
good. I
always
just had to
wins.
go with it.
The heart attack burger is very simple as long as you do it with care. The pacemaker pizza, that can be a real
Yeah,
disaster.
I wanted to do pacemaker pizza, but Rick did not have faith in me. He didn't think I
well,
could do it.
Holding a knife.
I mean, look,
Why?
Maybe next time.
Thomas had problem with the heart attack chicken, which is also easy.
Well, that's not Amy. That's me.
I know that, but I'm saying we don't need another disaster.
All right, we'll start with this one. If it works out well, maybe another time we could do the pacemaker pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
well,
gotta have
I
faith
need
in me.
when I get the
I've never seen
ingredients
a
and we
pizza
get
deep
some
fried.
cold weather, then I'll
You're
do
gonna
the
film it,
pacemaker.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Rick's
gonna
gonna make a video.
because I know other people have tried it and they failed. I know JT tried it and failed, and somebody else tried it. So far, it's been 100% failure rate. It's a tough one, but the chicken is
Okay.
easy. The burger, I think, would be like number 2. It's a little bit harder than the chicken. The chicken is the easiest. I mean, I tell everybody try the chicken. It's simple, but
Well-
Thomas proved to me that I do need to be a little bit more warn him a
Careful?
little bit. Yeah. I said, look, what could go wrong? Let me show you Target Prime Rib Thomas's video. You don't want to do it that way.
Hey, at least I proved how fast I could heal.
Well, yeah. Oh, I've already healed too. Look, I healed from the Milton disaster.
Yep. Very nice.
2 weeks and I'm back to normal.
Oh, I gotta make a new intro, Rick, for us with the strawberry poop gas song.
Really?
Yes, I'll make sure I do
that's
that.
probably the poop gas is probably the secret to all these heart attacks.
It probably is, and mine's not going to turn out well.
Nothing is going to
because-
come out right unless
Because I don't have
it's
the
like in
poop
New York
gas.
City. The bagels are only good with New York City water.
Yeah, but you got a gas stove.
So
No, but it's the wrong
But not
gas.
poop gas stove.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
the
What kind
bagels
of gas?
are only good with New York City water. Is that really what you just
What-
said?
That's a real thing. You can't make. You can take bagels, same recipe, but the water is if it's not the same water. It tastes different.
Amy's got a gas stove. I don't know what kind of gas that is.
It's natural. It's Nipsco, whatever
Oh.
brand we have here.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
I guess there's only one chef with poop gas.
Yeah, and I would blow up the whole house if I tried to make poop gas. So we're not doing it. I draw the line at the poop gas, even though I think it's amazing. I'm sure it has great flavor. I'm already a hazard.
I've blown up my poop gas one time, and there was poop everywhere. So I don't know.
As long as it comes down in the end, that's all that matters.
Well, the side blew out of the container, and it sprayed the side of the house and everything. I mean, it was bad.
Interesting.
All right, Bob, take control. Let's go back to the comments. Comments right now for the current conversation are on fire.
Oh, the comments are worse.
Yeah, Aaron,
No,
that's
just
my
kidding.
ancient.
That's why he's going back to the
Yeah,
comments.
They're a naturally occurring soda water thing. The only water I like is the bubbly water. So yeah. All right, spring water I like. Now, okay, here is a question. This is right on topic too, and we'll answer this again. So, Cursus 2K, why do fruitarian influencers keep dying? So, in a word, malnutrition.
Mhm.
So, and the basics is they are not getting essential fatty acids or essential proteins that the human body requires. So and the and so they end up starving to death or dying of malnutrition by eating
would you
only
say
a
that
raw
that can't
fruit
be
diet.
supplemented? They really can't be supplemented without actually eating fat or protein, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right.
Like,
I have,
they
like
can take
B12, like a
but-
vegan, a vegan can take
Yeah.
B12 supplements. I don't know
Yeah.
if the fruitarian will believe in that or not. I think they're going for that all natural, and B12 is just one of many nutrients that you need also that, and
I
when
know
you
somebody.
there's
Somebody who was a fruitarian.
are they alive?
Well, she's alive because she finally snapped out of it, but
Uh-huh.
she became so anemic and almost died. And believe it or not, she had heart disease. This was the
Mhm.
really funny part. She got, what do they call that? Atrial fibrillation
Right.
Mhm.
in her 40s. I think she was
Yeah.
42 or something like that. And I told her, I said, have you ever heard of a guy called August Engelhart? And she had never heard of this guy. This was some mentally ill nut that went to live on an island. He went from Germany. He was eating nothing but coconuts. I think he died at age 43.
Mhm.
And, fruitarian is a good way to just destroy yourself. It's different than the heart attack diet. Rick's heart attack diet, it will kill you, but it may take a really long time. And you're going to feel really good while you're doing it. But these fruitarians, I mean, they get so skinny and sickly looking. Okay, I admit I'm skinny. But the thing is, I don't think I look sickly. When you see a fruitarian, they're like, it ages them. They get
Yeah.
really old and really run down looking.
Their
It's
skin and
terrible.
bones
you're
too.
like a healthy tree, Rick.
Yeah, strong.
Yeah.
That's true.
But here, I have a question. Okay. So, we're saying about fruitarian. So obviously it's all about people that eat fruit. Okay. So isn't the one thing that is bad about it is too much of it, like the fructose? Doesn't it cause damage to the liver? So could that be the reason why? Because the damage is being like accelerated?
It stresses your liver, yes.
Yeah. So if you're going to eat
It's stress.
fruit-
It's an added stress.
exactly. So, duh,
Yeah.
obviously that's probably why people are dying from it, because it's doing all that damage. You damage the liver enough, it's going to cause problems.
But another thing they always used to tell me, if you want to be healthy, you have to eat fruit. If you get a cold, you need vitamin C. I just got the flu this week, and I was only sick for 2 days.
It was a blip.
And yeah, it's like, what's the big deal? But everybody I know that eats all the healthy foods, when they get sick, some of them are still sick now. So they're always telling me, take the vitamin C, take the vitamin C. I didn't take any vitamin C, and I got better in a couple of days. And these fruitarians, every time they got sick, it was like antibiotics. I mean, every time she would get something, antibiotics. Milton tore my leg up, and I didn't get infected. So really, I don't understand why they keep pushing the fruit and antioxidants and all that. And I'm here trying to give myself a heart attack, and I feel great. So I don't know.
I think sometimes these people who are vegetarian or fruitarian, they do it for the attention. Look at me. I could guarantee when I go to Christmas dinner, there's a certain girl there who's, her late teens, and all the focus will be on her because she is vegan. And, don't, and she relishes it,
It's funny because I never really talk about carnivore that much, even on my live streams. I talk about a little bit, but I don't call myself carnivore. I don't say this is Rick's Carnivore channel. I just talk about different things.
Yeah.
When I'm with my friends, it's not an issue.
Well, you've been carnivore so damn long, what the hell is there to talk about?
Well, that's it.
When I was first carnivore and had all that success, I talked about it a lot, but after 4 years, it's like, okay, somebody wants to tell me how good looking I am and what's my secret. I'll bend their ear, but
There you go.
I don't have to declare it anymore.
Well, that's it. There's only so much you can say. When I go to my friends' get-togethers, they know I like meat, and that's what they give me. They never put the duck food in my face because I've had once in a while somebody offer me a dessert and they go, "Oh, I know you're going to feed it to the ducks." Yeah, that's right. So everybody knows.
Quack.
Quack.
You know, can I make a little bit off topic? Just talking about ducks.
Sure.
How does everyone feel during Rick's ride-in talks when he sees a duck?
I got to bow out, folks.
And he's like, "Oh, ducky, ducky, ducky." I'm like, "Oh my god, he's gonna kill this duck."
Good night.
Yes,
Paul.
Bob.
All right.
Good night, Paul. Or whoever
bye,
said
Paul.
Night, Paul.
Is that you? Who's bailing?
Paul.
Not me.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it sounded like Paul. So.
All right, let's see what's next.
Aaron said they had a cat that ate Doritos and played guitar. And here's an interesting comment going back to the eggs and heartburn. Too lean and dry equals heartburn.
Oh,
Thing.
good to know.
So maybe that would indicate maybe more butter then. So I was going to show some pictures of
Bye-bye.
these Fruitarians.
Thank you all.
All right, Paul. Good night. Thanks for
Right.
joining us.
See you later.
We'll see you soon. See you over on the forums.
I
All
don't
right.
even know what heartburn is like. Oh.
Let's see here. Fruit is sugar, more or less. So yeah, fructose. So
Yeah.
Fiber.
yeah.
Well, there's supposed to be some sucrose in fruit too, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, well, it's primarily
And
sugar. It's going
glucose.
to be all carbohydrate, and some
Right.
and some fiber in the skin. You have a few micronutrients, that you can extract from it. But the point is you can't. The Fruitarians try and live off of it exclusively, and you just can't do that. So it's not that.
Does fructose show up differently in your CGM too?
Technically,
Yeah,
shouldn't-
it won't show
shouldn't.
up on your A1C or your blood glucose. It'll show up on a fructosamine test.
Right.
So that's another thing too, is like if you're diabetic and you eat tons of fruit, you could actually be doing harm and not realize it because it's not impacting your blood sugar
Kind of giving you a
or your
false
A1C,
indication.
but
it might
it
give
is,
you elevated
but it
liver
is affecting
enzymes.
your insulin levels,
Yeah.
or your blood sugar, your overall blood sugar levels. So yeah, you need to get a separate test to test for fructose. So yeah, and then fructose goes straight to the liver, so it's heavy on the liver, and yeah, it's actually generally considered pretty damaging, whatever form it comes in, whether it's in the form of fruit or honey.
Your diet is only fruit,
Right?
You die.
Right. A friend of mine,
obviously.
friend of mine's dad got a DUI from eating too much fruit.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
The auto brewery syndrome.
Yep.
Yeah, it ferment
The kills
into
like
He had a
Talk
bunch.
about
He had a bunch of mangoes and then got a DUI.
wow.
Yeah, Bride's biscuit with the
That
facts.
actually makes
Look at
sense.
this.
Yeah, fructose processing and small intestinal spillover into the liver if you're eating fruit at the level of a fruit looptarian. Fruit looptarian. Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Don't be a Fruit Loop.
Don't be a Fruit Loop. Eat a steak.
Don't call people a fruit.
That's
Oh,
right.
that sounds fruity to me. But-
Oh,
Rick
yeah.
licking his chops, passing a duck on his bike is the video I don't know I needed.
He sees these ducks, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, I would never. Every time I put a duck catching video on YouTube, they cut it out. They delete my video.
Yeah.
So I don't put it in.
All right.
Those-
Carnivore Jerry says, I'm still working. Could somebody please give me your insight on GKI? Thank you.
So GKI is your glucose ketone index, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it's like I think that's the one where the two measures are in the same units, right? Not the Dr. Boz ratio is something a little similar but something different. But
Yeah, it's the ratio of ketones to glucose in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it basically, you know, depending on what your goals are. So if you are someone who is battling cancer or suffers with epilepsy and seizures, you might really want to get your GKI very low, indicating a very, very high level of ketosis. You know, you want low glucose and high ketones.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yeah, that would be it.
It all depends on what your goals are.
So yeah, the lower the GKI, is the indicator that your body is relying more on fat for fuel, and the higher the GKI indicates that your body is relying more on carbohydrates for fuel. So yeah, any of us and most of us in this community would be aiming for a lower GKI.
And when we were in Tampa for Hack Your Health, Keto Mojo had a big booth, like a giant space. And whenever me and Dr. Nelson walked by, he would grab me. We would go check our ketones because they were just pricking people.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun. We were calculating our GKIs.
Yeah, I probably
there
should
as well.
do that. I don't do my ketones, but I should.
Yeah, you know, those strips are too expensive.
Oh, I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying that I probably should check my ketones.
Oh, okay.
Hello, retired Rick. Nice to meet you from Central Illinois. Greetings here from Northeast Ohio. All right, very good. Any other questions? Feel free to enter them in the chat. Any other comments? We can talk about the Fruitarian topic, although I think we've kind of exhausted that. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about there. The most fascinating part of that was when I did a little deeper research and I came across a Fruitarian death of an infant who died even though they were being fed breast milk at 9 months old. The mother was on a Fruitarian diet and the baby died of malnutrition. So I thought that was very telling. So, so you are what you eat. And it also goes to show a lot of people, especially women, they'll ask, is it safe to do carnivore while pregnant? And the answer to that is absolutely. So it'll really help with the fetal growth and with the nutrition, you know, when breastfeeding after birth too. So yeah, it's, you know, in every aspect, you look at fruitarianism, bad, negative, potentially deadly. You look at carnivore, and it's a boon in every aspect of life. So, you know, for the reversal of disease, the loss of weight, getting your body the nutrition that it needs. So, when it comes to
it's just that Nisha, Michaela Peterson, that are carnivore while they're pregnant.
Yeah,
Rochelle from I forget what her channel name is, but
Lexi just put something in the chat. Have you guys noticed how thin Fruitarian's hair tends to be? And I think it just comes back to all the nutrients they're not getting, that your body needs to grow things that are not necessarily essential, like hair and nails and stuff like that.
Yeah. So here, I'll go ahead and put this video up on this, or not a video. I'm going to put this web thing up on the screen. So I'm trying to figure out if this is the one that died or if this is one that's actually currently alive and not dead yet. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So you can, and we can click over to this person's Instagram. So that's not her. That's the thing. Like this is the article about Carolina Kurziak. But then, okay, no, it would be her. There's the same name. It's just spelled different.
Yeah, Carolina Marie.
Okay, yeah. So check this
out.
Go to the profile.
Yeah. So.
Not bad for 80.
Oh my gosh.
So this is so this here.
So we're not seeing Instagram.
This is last August. Look at those neck collarbones and
no.
Yeah, Bob, we're not seeing Instagram. We still see the article. I think you're sharing a tab.
Oh, okay. Let me try something different here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I feel really good about gaining 20 pounds right now.
Have you seen that girl? I know. That poor woman.
All right, let me try this one more time.
Don't make fun of us skinny people.
You're not that skinny, Rick.
I'm the skinniest one
This
here.
was when?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you are, but not as skinny as her.
This was August 19th, 2024.
Yeah. So this is a
Wow.
year ago.
Over a
She,
year
and
ago.
she would have been in her 20s, like 27 years old.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
This is like a
That's
giraffe.
sad. It's
And look at some of
sad.
these
All right.
comments.
I thought she
And
was
and-
Wait, did she
85.
die?
You got Rip, and you got, look at this, Absurdus, Ultimate Extremos.
Did she die or no?
Yeah, no, yeah, this is the one that died.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's sad.
it is sad.
yeah, this is the one that died. So most recent. I
Oh.
don't know who that is.
Who's that guy?
Probably another one.
He's watching us.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
Yeah.
she looks like she's 70 years old.
Yeah, 80.
Right.
She does.
Oh my
Yeah, she's in her
God.
she's in her upper 20s.
Wow.
So
Oh.
my
How many followers
bottom-
does she have? How many
That
followers?
sort of saddens me a little bit. You know?
This one on this Instagram says
Oh my
3,300,
God, she died and she doesn't have a lot of followers.
but over here, I thought this was the one that said she had 16,000. Might have been talking about another. Might have been
Okay.
another social network.
I'm pointing to something, but that
I
that
can't
picture
see.
on the top, that bigger circle on the top, is that like an earlier picture? Because just from there, it looks a little bit better. than-
Oh, her profile picture.
yeah. Can you make it? Can you expand?
I
it?
can't. I couldn't make it bigger.
Oh.
Oh,
we
hey.
can go back in time. We can scroll down.
Hey, here we go.
I mean, she looks better in these pictures right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Wait, this is only March.
Oh, this says,
2024.
this says I have photos that I've been meaning to post yet haven't 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh,
So
got
this
it.
is like 3. So check this out. In the matter of 3 years, so she'd have been 24 here.
right.
24,
And look how much younger she looks than the other picture.
24, and then 29.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. So
Wow.
Feel bad too because I mean, you don't know what her intentions were, but you just think that she thought she was doing what was best.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
and that's all we're doing. Our in our
Well,
in our
that's
own
what
way.
any of us are doing, right? Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
and that's why we shouldn't be like, I mean, critical of the vegans and the people
not at
who
all.
are
We're
because
all
they're
more
doing
alike.
what they think is healthy and
Yeah.
what media is promoting to be healthy. And so we're never going to convert anybody if we're making fun of them or being mean. Now, if they come in our space and they're rude,
That's a
it's
different
on.
story.
Going
It's
down.
on.
It is
It's
going
on
down.
like it's going
Yeah.
down.
When we have the trolls, that's a different story.
It's on
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Donkey
but
Kong.
I mean, in general, if you go into their space or you're talking to someone or whatever, they're just doing, like for example, I went to the to get my husband's truck oil changed today, first thing this morning, and I ran into a girl that I used to sing with in high school. Right, I haven't seen her in 30 years, and she looks great. And she's like, I just can't eat the meat. She's like, I just can't do the meat thing. She and I think she knows because she's like, you lost all that weight. So I think she knows how I eat because I plaster it all over my Facebook and we're friends on Facebook. But and I'm like, that's okay. I said, that's okay. You're eating whole foods. You're eating salad, she's eating whole foods. She's
And was
not
she
eating
like chicken and stuff? Chicken?
I didn't get into the meat because honestly,
Oh,
I
okay.
just wanted to get my oil changed, and sometimes
Get out of there.
I'll become overzealous if I get down that path, and I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what, I'm
Well,
starting
sometimes
to
people when they say can't eat the meat, they usually mean red meat.
right.
Like, usually that's what they mean by,
Right.
And
by meat.
I could tell she thinks what she's doing is healthy. She thinks she's eating,
Listen, she
whole
might be
foods.
ketogenic.
She probably is. She's probably like more vegetable based keto.
Milton.
But she probably does eat some meat, but she's scared because of what we're being told, in the media that meat will kill you. And
I
It
mean, I
sure
know-
killed me.
I know some
By-
vegans.
buy
that-
Bill Gates pseudo meat or whatever that stuff is called.
yeah. If so, she's. I mean, I know people that are doing fine on chicken and vegetables. So I won't knock it. I did it for a while, and then I got some results. I just got better results when I went to more of a, Dr. Berry style ketovore, carnivore. So,
I mean, I just feel better with steak or beef than I do anything else.
And I'll still eat chicken, so
right.
And if I go out, I will occasionally still have a salad once in a while. So, all right, Jamette says, when I fast for too long, I get lightheaded, not sure why. Think body used to meat and eggs, then no food for 3 or 4 days. Well, no food for 3 or 4 days. Is that how long you fast? So I was thinking lightheaded could just be from not eating, low blood sugar, right?
Well,
lightheadedness.
So my sister passes out if she fasts. Now she also doesn't eat. I hope she's not listening to this, but she also doesn't eat.
But how is that evolutionary possible?
What do you mean? My sister gets hypoglycemic. My brother also has hypoglycemia. So if your blood sugar drops too low, now granted, I personally believe that someone who's hypoglycemic, if they cleaned up their diet and eventually your body will get used to longer and longer and longer periods of time without eating.
I'm assuming Jem's diet is already good. So
Gems is already good. Yes.
So would you say maybe she should try pushing her fast every day or every few days back 30 minutes, an hour, just inching it.
Maybe 3 or 4 days
maybe
is
not
too
doing
long.
it 4 days. Maybe going to just, and also too, a question I would
3 or 4 days
are you taking insulin while fasting?
Yeah. Are you diabetic?
Yeah. That's a good question.
I know when I fast, I tend to not do the insulin because it would make my insulin drop way too much.
Yeah, so it could be low blood sugar, dehydration. You said you drink water, but how much water? It could be, and then if you're drinking a lot of water, it could be your electrolytes. Have you diluted your electrolytes? There's a number of factors that could be at play.
And there's a bunch of stuff that you can check. So like when you feel lightheaded, get a glucometer, prick your finger, see what your blood sugar is. You can have a cuff for your blood pressure. So when you feel it, take your blood pressure. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Like when they say when you fast, you lose a lot of electrolytes, and that could be causing it.
That could be it too. Yeah, that's a good point.
Insulin drops. You shred that water.
There's many points out there, so we all have them.
I'm not a fasting expert. I only go. The longest I've gone was 2 days, and that was before my colonoscopy. And the second longest is 1 day. I didn't eat for a day because I like to eat too much. I wish I could fast
my
longer.
sweet spot's 3 days. That's any more than that, I feel it's not doing anything for me, and any less, But
I've gone 40 hours. I'm not a fan of fasting. I like to eat.
I like to eat too, but I also
I feel amazing when I fast. Last week I couldn't get my wedding rings on, and I freaked out because I just paid a lot of money to have them resized down, and I was so upset about that I said, I'm not eating today. I'm not going to eat today. And I wasn't hungry all day. Here's something that I've been figuring out about myself. I wasn't hungry all day, right? And I felt so good. Every joint in my body felt great. My brain felt
coming out, right?
Well, I think even in the meat, even in the meat, sometimes when they process it, they do stuff to it that I'm allergic to. So even though I'm on a strict carnivore diet, if I go get meat from the store, even eating meat produces some minute response in my body, right? Whether it's bacon or whether it's ground up hamburger that they put something in to make it look different, I don't know. But I felt so good. I want to try. I was going to try tomorrow, but I like food too much. I was going to try to just do a 24-hour fast once or twice a week. And because I felt so good.
I'm doing that now. I don't eat on Mondays. It's pretty easy.
I feel
So-
better when I don't eat
Mealless
mean-
Mondays, is that what it's? Yeah.
Well,
mealless
I
instead of
have a lot
meatless.
going on. I go to the chiropractor after work, and then Bob is on,
Right.
and then
I
Dr.
just find it
Kilf is
funny.
on. You know, at
You have to give
5:30,
it- you
then
have to
Bob's
give it a
on at
name,
8.
though.
I keep myself busy. You know,
You have to give it a name though. Mealless Mondays.
meatless. Yeah, mealless
mealless
Mondays.
Mondays.
Mealless. It's also meatless for me.
Meatless and mealless.
Want want.
I don't want to starve myself.
Jeanette had asked about the
Oh, Rick.
Fruitarian that we had up on the screen. Why didn't anybody help her? I'm
don't wanna help.
imagining that people probably did try.
They don't
I
want
mean,
to help.
Look how long she looked like that. Someone had to have said something, but that's
I'm
why
sure.
people
mental
did.
disorder.
People did.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry just commented that she's on day 6 of her 40 days. God bless you, Jerry.
Okay,
love
I
that.
just got to comment on this one person. I love the name Slappy Happy Flipper Doodles.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
What?
Listen, and listen. I love sardines too. Let's do sardines. Let's do 5 days of sardines. 3 days sardines. What do you want to do? Come on, Amy.
I've never done a sardine fast, and I do like sardines, but I feel like that would
Challenge.
make me not like sardines.
That's the point.
I tried sardines one time. I thought they were pretty good, but then when I belched up, it did
Oh.
not come out right. And I'm done.
Yeah, you're
I've
right.
done my
There's
sardines.
nothing- There's nothing worse than a good old sardine belch.
Talk
What?
about painting a picture.
I used to eat a lot of sardines. No problems.
I got really into sardines for a while, and then I got tired of them. So I've got like 3 cans that I've had for a while. They're still good according to the date on the can, but I just haven't been motivated to crack one open in a while.
Iguana's better.
I have tons of canned meat because my husband goes through these periods where something bad happens on the news.
And he wants to, like, have this emergency.
He's like, go buy 5 cases of water and go buy the canned beef and the canned salmon and all the cans. And so, like, I have a whole pantry full of canned meat in
so
case.
is he the reason for our toilet paper shortage? Back in
So,
2020?
okay, no, that's me. I'm the reason. So I don't care about eating, but like I get those big packages from Sam's Club. So during the whole pandemic, I never ran out of toilet paper because I had
it all. We all
I had
did.
hoarded toilet paper before hoarding toilet paper was even a thing.
I don't have toilet paper.
We know, Rick.
I got a garden hose.
I'll admit to hoarding it during the pandemic. I can't find the comment about day 4 of 40.
Yeah, it
Is that someone doing planning on doing a 40-day
day
fast?
Day 6 Carnivore Jerry at 10:09.
Jerry.
Oh yeah.
It's called her Jesus fast. She does a 40-day fast
All right.
around
God bless
Christmas
Jerry.
every single year. She's been doing it forever too. I don't
Oh,
And
okay.
she fasts
Remember
right
how
through New
many-
Year's, right? She goes right through New Year's.
Yeah.
40 days.
Yeah, because I'm supposed to do a cooking live stream with her too, but we
She's
planned
not
it.
eating.
We planned it after she breaks her fast. So
Jerry, how are you feeling right now? Oh, Paul's
Hey,
back.
Paul. Welcome
What
back.
Hey. Oh, I had to take care of some business.
Oh,
Okay.
How mysterious.
I don't know how to bow in and out, or I'm not a sophisticated tech person.
Oh, you need to use your phone for something else. I get it. 100%.
Yeah,
I
I just I
Well,
think
we
my
are still
grandchildren.
here.
I think my grandchildren stole one of their parents' phones.
Uncalled
Stole
you.
one of my daughter's phones and took it to bed with them.
Oh, funny.
Milton.
So I thought there was an emergency where there was none.
Oh, the garden hose stuff now, and this is great.
Garden hose.
All right.
On a towel. What is happening in this chat?
Here's an interesting comment from Mediterranean D. Fasting sucks for weight loss.
Interesting.
Interesting. So no, and then maybe. And so obviously, if you
Sharp
don't eat,
teeth.
you're going to lose weight. On the flip side of that, you also, the longer you go without food, your body is going to down-regulate its metabolism.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so eventually, it's going to stop producing results. So, that's the same thing with eating too low calories. Like eventually you down-regulate your metabolism, and you could be eating, 900 1,000 calories a day, and that was
Pause.
down because your body's
Pause.
readjusted. So
What?
there's that aspect of it too.
And there's definitely such a thing as too much of a good thing, and that applies to fasting as well.
So that brings up a good topic for maybe between Christmas and New Year's or start of the year, losing the stubborn pounds.
Some people they practice fasting quite regularly, so even some on our panel here. So I'm not a big faster. Every once in a while, I do no food Saturdays, just like Lewis is doing meal-less Mondays, and but usually it's still just like Saturday is my one meal a day, because if I'm not working, if I'm sitting around creating content or playing PlayStation or something, I'm just not hungry because I'm not burning any energy. So it's easy to have just one meal or maybe even no meal that day. So, but I'm not a fan of fasting. Like I said, I like to eat. So I intermittent fast. I eat 2 meals a day on average. So let's see here.
All right, everybody. I think I'm going to drop off.
All right, Amy. Thanks for joining us.
Take some allergy meds. I'm starting to have I think I'm allergic to the Christmas decorations. So
no boy.
You're allergic to Christmas.
I'm allergic to everything.
You're the Grinch. You're the Grinch.
So I got to go take my meds and then put some stuff away and then head to bed. So
you're allergic to Christmas decorations, and how many trees do you have?
Like 5.
Okay.
I'm also allergic to cats, and I have 4 of those. So I tend to hang out with the things that I'm allergic to. Yes, one by one. So, all right, you guys, thank you. Have a good night.
Amy. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right. And another follow-up question. Why do a sardine fast? Isn't it easier just to eat a clean, balanced diet and lift weights? No added oil, no added sugar, no processed foods. If you can't handle carbs, then maybe see a doctor. So, yeah, if you are lifting weights, then yeah, you can probably handle some more carbs. Sure. That's I wouldn't disagree with that whatsoever. In fact, a lot of people, they like to actually carb load a little bit before they hit the gym. They think they get a better workout experience with it. So you'll find, Mediterranean D, that we are not anti-plant and not necessarily anti-carb on this channel. We're very pro-meat, and we're very pro-carnivore, animal-based, and keto-type diets, but we're not going to shame a Mediterranean diet. I'd say that's probably what you practice by looking at your username. And we're not going to shame a vegan or a vegetarian either. So the Fruitarian that's in the topic for tonight, the reason that they have come under the spotlight is because we have some recently in the news that have died. And because their diet, as you have pointed out, was not balanced, So, but no, what you're doing right there,
it's nutrient deficient.
Eating a clean diet devoid of processed foods and then hitting the gym. You keep doing that. That's awesome. So, let's see here.
That must be an East Coast drink. That's both.
It is polar. It is.
I'll have to try that. I've never seen a polar before. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Retired Rick says, I tried a piece of ribeye today raw. It wasn't too bad. I might try it again tomorrow. I got another one.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you're hungry and you start to cook, if you eat a little bit, that's when you can experiment with that like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've done that before. Started to prepare a New York strip steak and cut a piece off and tried it. It's fine. I've had it at restaurants, steak tartare or something. I've tried a piece of beef liver raw. I'm a fan of cooked meat, so that's obviously if you've got a clean cut and you trust your source, the raw is probably going to be fine. I know a lot of people eat raw meat. It's not for me. So, but it's not bad. I mean, I like I said, I've had a bite. I've had a taste. It's definitely not bad.
Always cook your roadkill.
So yeah,
or your dumpster meat.
Or your dumpster meat. If it comes out of the dumpster, it needs to go through the kitchen.
There's fresh raw, and then there's who knows how long it's been dead raw.
Dead deer delight served with gravel and hood ornament.
Well, maybe that's why we have such a concentrated stomach acid too.
Could be.
Is because we were scavengers to start with. We didn't go out and kill immediately.
I'm still a
We
scavenger.
probably were scavenged first.
Yeah, the
Still
thinking is
scavenged.
that ancient humans would have sat back and watched a true carnivore rip an animal to shreds, and then when it left off feeding, would have came and ate the scraps and the leftover marrow and stuff like that too. So that is the message.
So Rick must be a true carnivore because I watched in his video he was waiting for a duck to get hit by a car. like if it got hit by that car, he was gonna like scoop it up before it went bad. And then he's like, "Yeah, but usually they get flattened, so I can't do it." His words
Sometimes
exactly.
you get lucky and you
Flattened.
get a good one.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Duck pancakes.
Here's an interesting comment. I fast for the stem cells. I've heard that too. That your body might increase its stem cell.
The autophagy.
production.
Bill Cook says,
Yeah, autophagy is a good thing.
Bill Cook says when the duck gets hit by a car, it gets tenderized.
Yeah. Whenever I think of stem cells, I think of that that product that Bart K pushes all the time.
The cerule,
that algae pill that's supposed to help your body release a stem
The
cell.
rule.
Yeah,
I spent $5,000 on that stuff.
Wow.
I spent $5,000 on that in 1 year.
Yeah, I remember
$5,000.
you talking about that. So
Didn't do nothing.
The difference, so
it does nothing.
I love the name Slappy Happy Flipper Doodles. That's pretty cool. Who is everyone? All right, so let me remove the comment. You can see our names. Okay. All right, so there we are. I'm Bob. You're watching on Tom's channel. And we got Lewis, Paul, Rick, and Kelly. And Rick is Charger Mopar. That's his channel. Lewis, do you have a channel?
I don't know.
Okay. And then do you have any other
you can find me on,
that you could plug
on Instagram and Facebook. Yep.
Okay.
At Lugle is me, Lougle.
Okay.
And then at Tina Utopia is my cat page.
Okay. And then Kelly's got two channels, the Show Me Homesteader and Broken Carnivore. And then of course you're watching you're watching Target Prime Rib, who is participating here at Carnivore Talk, carnivoretalk.com, Carnivore Talk YouTube channel. So yep. So and we get together and we do this every Monday. So come on back. Let's see here. I have my polar also. I need to find this polar.
Comes in different flavors as well. This is the original. And do you guys have seltzer where you guys are, or do you call it something different? Do you call it like soda water, or what do you call the sparkling water?
There's sparkling water, mineral water. There is seltzer water, club soda. They have a variety.
Sometimes when I travel and I ask for seltzer, people don't know what I'm talking about.
Rainwater, rainwater, and well water,
carbonated water. So yeah, like it's just the brand names we've mentioned, and like LaCroix, Bubbly, Waterloo, and which LaCroix, Bubbly, and Waterloo are they can be a mixed bag. Again, it kind of depends on the flavor. So
when I was in Italy, it was gas or no gas. That's how you go up to the bar. You wanted to drink a glass of water. You'd say no gas. You get a glass of water. No gas.
Mega Dollop says, "Is this really the topic? Fruit versus meat? Surely there's no argument there." No, there's no argument. Meat rules. Meat heals. Meat is supreme.
Rules.
And
don't be fruity.
Let's just say Bob was digging deep for the topic for the show. He was like, "Oh, I gotta do something."
The topic was inspired by articles lately about two fruitarians who have died from starvation and malnutrition because of their extreme diet. So that's I thought that was interesting. And then when you did a little more research, I found infants that died from who parents were fruitarians and they were nursing their children, and even the breast milk did not contain the nutrients that the baby needed, and the baby died. So it was an interesting topic because you don't see that happen in the carnivore community. So yeah, is there an argument here? No, none whatsoever. The title and the thumbnail is obviously clickbait. Come join us. That is the topic. So, and if you join us on Mondays, we usually spend just moments on the topic, and the rest of the day is just chatting it up.
Carnivore makes your hair fall
out. Polar seltzers, because my local Walmart sells it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not much of a Walmart shopper, so I could go check it out. I got a Meijer down the street and a Sam's Club, and then my local rancher. Those are the 3 places I hit up. Stem cells can be used anywhere your body wants to use them. Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard that. Lewis has a cat channel. According
I
to
do.
Jeanette.
We do have a cat YouTube channel. We do.
Yeah, I know she's been doing the volleyball videos.
Well, yeah, my wife plays volleyball, so she.
That's why
she records the videos, and then I have to put them somewhere so her friends can and they can watch it. So I put them on my channel, and I have to make them public because the friends I just want them to go find them. So right now, my channel has lots of. Yes, this is clickbait.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. No, I do try and come up with a topic each week, and we do address it. But the topic can usually be addressed, in as little as 5 minutes. Sometimes 10, 15, or 20. Depending on how many people want to contribute to the discussion. But then our lives go on for 2.5, 3 hours. So obviously, we're not talking about the topic the entire time.
Right. Yeah.
But I find it more interesting than just like, I don't want to put the same thumbnail up every Monday and be like, Bob's Bob's Monday Live. I like changing the titles. I like playing with the thumbnail art.
I like having a topic that you can discuss. It's good. At least just to drive the discussion to get started. It's a good idea.
Right. Yeah. All right. Karen Carpenter died from not eating, I think.
Well, not eating is
eventually everyone would die from not eating. So
what about Steve Jobs?
I don't know that name. So
anorexic of some type.
What about Steve Jobs? He's a fruitarian.
Oh yeah, he was a fruitarian when he was younger, and then returned to it after his the cancer diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. And he wasn't carnivore, and he got cancer.
Karen Carpenter, the Carpenters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pitch Perfect and Perfect Pitch.
I love Pitch Perfect.
She was the only most perfect singer ever recorded.
Died at 32.
Yep.
Extremely high blood sugar, severe dehydration.
The autopsy wasn't pretty.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to read here. No trauma or foul play. Emetine cardiotoxicity due to or as a consequence of anorexia nervosa.
Yep.
So yeah, that would be not eating enough for sure.
I don't think Michael J. Fox.
You don't want to read autopsies of famous people.
Oh, I do.
Well, I regret I ever read Buddy Holly's. It was just his his skull was split wide open.
Oh.
There was no brain matter left in his skull.
Yeah. Oh, look, I just had to go down another comment, and I didn't have to look all that research. She died of anorexia. Yep. Sick drummer back in the day.
Another condition that can be helped with carnivore.
What's next week's
she dated that guy on NCIS for a while. Mark Hammond.
We're gonna have to ask ChatGPT to see what next week's topic is gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Heart
Whatever
attack.
comes to my mind. Whatever comes to my mind over the weekend. Next weekend will be, will be it. I know as we get towards the end of
Holidays.
December, we'll probably have another surviving the holidays type theme like we did
that's
last
always
week.
a good conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Milton.
And then in January, January is World Carnivore Month.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be talking about joining each other on a month-long challenge in January. And we can all check on every Monday and talk about our progress and our successes. And if we've stuck to our challenge or your resolutions, if you're a resolution kind of maker, when the new year rolls around or something like that. But yeah, January is a good month for setting goals and sticking to them.
Challenge?
A challenge. Are you up for the challenge? Meat only?
Oh, that's too difficult. I've only been doing it for how many decades?
Going on 4.5.
I gotta really think about that.
Little Milton. Milton's been doing it for more than a year.
There's a list of celebrities who have died because of non-meat eating diets. I think Michael J. Fox is on that list. He's still alive.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox is still alive.
He is
So
very
sad.
sick.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's got Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Amy's going to be on Russ tomorrow.
Gotta give him a hard time.
Yep, Russ. He does a good Tuesday. Rick, you'll be on Russ, right?
Yes, I will.
All right.
Oh, is this your week, Rick?
It's my week this week.
A week, Rick.
I mentioned it in my live stream.
So I must have missed that 30 seconds of the 9 hours.
Yep. It wasn't 9 hours.
You know what I mean.
How long you were on yesterday? 9 hours?
5.5.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I went 12 one time.
I remember that day. I just kept coming back. He kept talking. He was
I kept checking in.
I just kept the computer open and just listened.
So as long as the chat is going, you go. You
That's right. They have a hard time wearing me out.
So Slap Happy asks, isn't Michael J. Fox in the Back to the Future movies?
He
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, he was the star of that one.
He also had a TV show.
High school kid.
Family Ties. Yep.
Family Ties.
Family Ties, yeah. Now, so speaking of Michael J. Fox, in I think 1995, there was a movie called The Frighteners, starring Michael J. Fox. It's one of my favorite movies ever. So if you have some time to kill, watch The Frighteners. That's such a good movie.
He's done a lot of movies.
It sounds like
if
it's a
you
scary
haven't-
movie, but it's not. It's a comedy.
And if you haven't seen Back to the Future trilogy, check that out too.
Yeah.
Great movies.
How about Quack to the Future?
Back to the Future.
That's going to be the new series with Rick and Milton.
Bryce Biscuit's ready to do a challenge in January. All right. Very good.
It's actually a good title for a live stream.
And that'll be Retired Rick's Carniversary.
Oh, Thomas
Yeah.
too.
Is that be a 1 year carniversary or multiple year carniversary? All right.
I wish I would have knew when I started.
There was a whole thing
also,
about the
too, that
conspiracy that Michael Fox had what he had because of a meatless diet, hoping what I watched was real. I don't know. So I don't know either. Would a meatless diet contribute to Parkinson's? I don't know that either.
my roommate has Parkinson's. So
I know people that eat meat and have Parkinson's. So could a certain plant toxin or host of plant toxins contribute to Parkinson's? Again, I don't know. I'd have to do some research on that. I think that's still one of those diseases that no one really knows why someone will develop Parkinson's. It's kind of mysterious.
Kelly, is the sun still up by you?
No, that's a light.
I was about to say it looks
Sun's been
looks like sunset light.
I wish it was. I wish the sun was out. I hate this getting dark early.
I know.
It gets-
By
it gets dark
4:30,
about
4:45, it's like pitch black. Terrible.
That's okay, Slap Happy. He's alive. So that's the case. As far as the other things that might be true, I don't know. Frighteners was hilarious. Yes, it is hilarious. That's a good movie.
Cool.
Frighteners is probably my favorite movie. It's got Michael J. Fox in it, so it's good. Back to the Future was good, but Frighteners for some reason is something special to me. Thanksgiving was Bride's Biscuit 1 year carniversary. Awesome.
I can't think of a better day to celebrate. Very
March
cool.
March 12 will be my 3-year.
March 19th would be my 3-year.
Yep. In fact, we started doing these live streams. We switched from private Zoom meetings to these live streams. Then that was both Jeff and I's 2-year carniversary. That was our first live stream using StreamYard.
And I'm 5 days away from 1,000 days. So you should be at 1,000 days now, Bob.
Yeah, I have to count them up. I don't keep track.
You don't have the app?
An app? No, I don't.
The app to tell you how
Yeah,
long
and I haven't.
It's on
I
my
haven't
lock
been.
screen.
And I haven't been like, I'm not like Carrie, who's like, I've gone 1,000 days without meat. I'm, or without
There's an
vegetables,
online calculator.
Because I
Carrie's
said,
not very good. Carrie's not a very good carnivore if he's gone without meat.
Without meat,
I
I
was-
know.
I was, I was strict for my first year, and then since then I'll occasionally eat off plan, but no grains and no refined sugar. That's my personal rule.
Me too.
So
And I don't think the app I use is called Days. It's called Day Count, and it's nice because you can actually put it on your home screen also. So it's nice. You can you're kind of just scrolling through and you can see it. And Bob, listen, I don't get docked if I have an avocado one day or a pickle one day. I haven't had any sugar, any starchy vegetables for 995 days, which is pretty cool.
day count.
Day count, yep. So you got to put the date in there.
Oh.
And it's free. It's funny. I didn't even realize I was coming out 1,000 days. One day I was looking at it. I was like, oh shit, I'm almost there. Time flies when you're eating steak
Eating meat and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
and butter.
You can stake your life on that.
All right, cool.
Blood
Let's
sugar
see.
is nice and low. Wow.
Oh, commercial. Shush.
I'm amazed at what
Wow.
carbs do to me
I wish I was like that.
downstream. Like, if I were to eat 40 or 50 carbs, my blood sugar will go up.
We lost you, Paul.
Paul,
Uh-oh.
You just
blood
froze.
sugar go up or down?
If he has 40 or 50 carbs, blood sugar will probably
up?
go up significantly.
Yeah. My phone's an iPhone, Gemmet. So, but the app I think is available on
Okay.
Android as well.
I was just answering.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Go ahead, Paul. You're back.
His phone's
it's like the next day, if my blood sugar go back up, like, where's my sugar? Yesterday you had this sugar high. We need it again today. So I guess the liver, pumped it back up. And even though I didn't eat nothing the next day, blood sugar went up. And it'd be more of a spike. It'll go up and come back down pretty quick, And then each day it gets less and less. And after day 4 or 5, you don't see it hardly. That's why my rule of thumb is if I go bad one day, I figure it takes 6 days to recover. So if I did something bad once a week, at the end of the year, I get nowhere. It's just how I look at it mentally. Kind of helps keep me on track, Because 2026 is going to be a long haul.
It's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never gone this long, this low carb. I mean, so I'm anxious to see where I look like a year from now.
So I punched into the day count, and it says I'm 941 days.
No.
Yeah.
So you said it was March what day?
March 12 of 2023.
I'm March 19th of 2023. You sure you did it right? I'm March 19, 2023.
I'm sorry, May. I'm May
Oh.
12. May 12, 2023.
5. Okay, I'm March. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm ahead of you.
What's the
All
name of the app again?
Count days.
This
And it's
one's-
cool. You can put like different wall backgrounds. Like this is the stock like beach one that you have here, but you can put your own wallpaper on there.
Just count days.
And it even tells you the hours, the minutes, and the seconds.
It's a day count
If you go into the app
on Google. On the Google one is looks like a very cheap app. It's full of ads.
This is a kindergarten lesson at in grade school. You're in kindergarten and they give you your tablet.
Click on that that line, Bob. It opens it up.
Oh,
and you
well,
should get like a
I
nice
gotta
little
watch
graphic
it now. So.
Oh no, we're watching an ad. Okay. Lovely.
Go away. Where's the little X to exit out of it?
I never saw an ad on my phone though. Must be an Android thing.
I can get rid of the ads for $1.99 a week.
No, not worth a week.
Right. That's what it said.
Really?
Now there's 2 ads.
They broke it down by the week, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes it might be worth it.
Huh. That's weird. That says negative. Negative until.
Why?
I don't know. It's been 941 days ago. Yeah. Weird.
That is weird. I don't know.
Oh well.
You gotta check the settings out.
Yeah. Oh well. So it's just kind of like Paul's Libra app. It just likes Apple better.
Yep, it's broken.
Yeah. You know, the only commercial TV I really see anymore is like NFL football games. And I was surprised. I think it was over Thanksgiving. That was kind of appropriate or inappropriate how the new cholesterol injection medicines were advertised so boldly.
Yeah.
And when I looked at the ad, I says, this is just like statins all over again, you know?
I know my doctor tried to get me on the injectable statin cholesterol medication. I was like, oh, I'll look it up, and I left.
The side effects scared me. That's for sure. Scared the hell out of me.
Original three Mon Bojo Hunter. What happened to the StreamYard link? So it's over here on Carnivore Talk. You're watching from Target Prime Rib. I can post it in my chat, but I don't think it's going to go over to your chat, the one that you're watching.
It might not. Yeah, no, it might not.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to come up blinkable if you do it from my
I
chat.
can do it. I'm a moderator.
Okay. So yeah, all right. So yeah, he'll post it over there.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and you're more than welcome to join us on screen.
So Thomas, it went through for Thomas, but then it got blocked for yours, which is fine. Bob.
Complicated.
I'm a moderator on your channel.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you're my moderator. So.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Did you say
Person
day
gonna
count?
join?
Yeah, you said day count for the Apple. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Day count, yeah. But listen, if you go to just search the Google Apple Store, App Store, or the Google Play Store, there's probably a million different apps that do something similar, and maybe one that doesn't have annoying ads.
Yeah, I just
This
tried
is
doing
the one
day
that I
count, but
grabbed.
it was charging me, so I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no. I'll send you the
Unless,
iPhone one.
is this it right here, Lewis?
I don't think so. No, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, I know it's going to be a year on January 1st, so that's all I need to know.
Right.
Keeps it simple.
I can. That's why I chose it that day for that reason. To make
Yeah.
it
So on May,
easy.
I just do 365 times 3 when it comes to
Right.
my 3-year carniversary,
Right.
and unless there's a leap year in there, maybe there's an extra day. I might be off by a day.
Yeah, I mean, you could do the math, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Lewis.
So what's good tomorrow for lives? What's happening on the carnivore scene for lives tomorrow?
I don't know.
So you have the keto cookout at Homesick Buckeye.
Mhm.
That's where Rick will be this time tomorrow night. During the day, I don't know. Mitch in the mornings, Dr. Kiltz in the really,
Mitch
really
tomorrow.
early morning.
Yeah.
Mitch might have a members live stream tomorrow, but tomorrow night. But he's only in the morning now. Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
Oh, okay.
and now he's back at 7.
How long is that going to last?
I don't know. We'll see. 2 weeks maybe.
He's been changing it around.
He's trying to find what works, and I get it, and it's maybe he has to change it seasonally. I feel like 7 works better in the winter versus the summer.
Since starting carnivore from 9 years keto, I don't crave sugar anymore, and I have no desire to go off the plan on the holidays. Awesome.
That's a great testimonial right there.
Yep. Stick to your guns. 9 years of keto, then carnivore, and very good. So,
Yeah, I'm nowhere near you guys. I'm 341 days carnivore.
the
I'm
hedge,
actually
Jay Cliss.
500 today.
Anyone is allowed on the panel, just not lesbians. What?
Lesbians are welcome.
If we're here to talk about nutrition and food. So yeah, if you're
Sexual orientation.
carnivore, if you're carnivore, keto, animal based, if you're a standard American diet person, or if you're a vegetarian and you just and you're polite, then yes, you can join on the screen. So the minute you become
What channel did
impolite,
that come from? Is that from
That
your
might
channel
change.
or Thomas's channel?
that was on Tom's channel.
Yeah.
So here's my question.
Let me
Is
guess.
carnivore increasing, plateaued, or decreasing?
Like in
Where are we at
popularity?
right now, you think? Huh?
Like in
Yeah,
popularity.
by how many people are doing it, actually, by participation.
It's increasing. 100%. I think it's more and more people are at least aware of it and kind of like talking about it.
Yeah, I think it's increasing, and I'm kind of interesting to see how much it advances with with what because you got RFK Jr. Who's making stirring up a lot of publicity about it, on the political scene. So I'm kind of curious if that's going to have any far-reaching effects or if it'll just fizzle out once they're out of office. So
I think he has a small issue. When I look over at all of his ideas, I think half of them are really good. I think the other half maybe don't matter as much. And I don't know anything about any of this stuff, but I think if he focused on fewer things, maybe 3 main things, focus on 3 main things and try to ram that home, or even 1 main thing at a time, and might do better. It's a question: how much political power does he have? I don't know. I hope.
And change takes so long to happen. By the time they're gone, so it doesn't even matter.
yeah, I'm 50 now. Politically, nothing changes.
Yep.
So,
It takes very long time for things to change, stuff to happen.
Linda says carnivore stopped me from craving sweets, and 9 years of keto didn't. So that I can relate to that too, because so when I first started keto or low carb, it was Atkins in the 90s, and I followed it to a T, and actually was very successful at it. But then came the bastardization of keto when Big Food started making keto bars and keto treats and keto sweets and keto ice cream and keto bread and keto tortilla, and all of that ended up actually being junk. But I didn't catch on to that at first. I bought into it, and then I was trying keto, and keto wasn't working anymore because I was eating all this processed keto food from the store, and so that kept my cravings going. But once I started watching Dr. Barry and went back to authentic keto, which is just like half your plate is fatty meat, half your plate is low carb veg.
It's basically a carnivore with a side salad.
Right. and that's what Atkins was back when I read the book,
Yeah.
you know, so it's like, this makes perfect sense that I realized, opened my eyes to what I was doing wrong. So yeah, when I was doing keto, as in commercialized, bastardized keto, yeah, it kept my cravings going. I'd have to, it could be now, it could be 10:49 at night and I'd have a craving. I'd go down to the store and buy some low carb ice cream because I was craving it, you know, but I was okay because it was keto. At least so I thought. So Mitch is on Monday, Wednesday, 7 a.m. and Tuesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. and Saturday, 7 p.m. He changed that. He really changed that up then, as far as I know.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right.
But thanks for hanging out tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it's
no
going
problem,
on 11. We'll be wrapping this up soon too. So that's 3 hours is kind of my
I'm
limit.
getting a little more squinty than normal.
Yeah. Okay.
All
All right.
guys,
You have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Carnivore Helix. I almost didn't want to acknowledge my first year of carnivore. I finally did, though. So lots of people think I've done that for only 2 years. All right. We're in the millions now worldwide, according to Dr. Barry. Possibly. All right. Oh, look at this. Here's a latecomer.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you were missed today, Jeff.
Oh boy.
You just flashed a belly button?
I guess. I thought a share. It's like that steak and butter gal. She got to show off her bare belly.
Now I wonder if that was really Jeff. I'll have to ask him later. It looked like a couple of still pictures. All right.
Yeah, I think I might have saw and shared the same time I met Bobby Kennedy at the New York State Fair. With
good night,
great
retired.
day.
Sherry says, I've been carnivore for 6 years.
Hey, Sherry.
Yeah. So
Wow.
my last year was pressure cooked ribeye and roast bone marrow, super high fat, 90% fat to stay in medical ketosis. It can be done. Oh, wow. 90% fat. That's tough. Wow. I need to up my fat and lower my protein because of my kidney disease. So I failed for 2 years on keto, enabled my carb addiction. Carnivore healed me. Yeah. All right. Bill Cook is going to bed. Good night, Bill. All right. Hello, A. Mason. All right. Great stream tonight, y'all. From Alley Cats on. Alley Cat's son is a pedo. That's what I read in that. All right. All right, very good. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna wrap this up here. So yeah, all right, Tom, what do you got coming up as far as content comes? You got interviews?
God. Yeah, tomorrow I have no carb Barbara Heron.
Okay.
On Tuesday, and then I have to look at my calendar. But Saturday I have. Oh God, sorry about that. I wasn't expecting that question.
That's okay.
What time are you on tomorrow?
4 o'clock. Oh, and I have Renee Shove from Learning to Walk, Carnivore Learning to Walk on Saturday. It's always I usually try.
That sounds good. Okay, good.
All right. Very nice. So you can go check out Tom's content tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah, Paul, you were asking about what's live streaming tomorrow. So Tom will have something going on. So
Usually do it around 4 p.m. And I
yeah.
try to do for like 2 hours, but it doesn't always work that way.
All right. Sherry Morgan sending us all happy vibes.
I like Tom's style.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Sherry. All right, yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna put an end to this now. Thank you all for joining. Everyone who was on screen tonight. We had Lewis, we had Rick,
Well,
we
thank
got
you.
Kelly, we got Paul, we got Tom. I don't think that was Jeff. I really don't. I think that was somebody playing games. That's funny. We'll find out. I'll ask him tomorrow.
All right.
Man. Yeah, but anyway, we'll see you next Monday when we come up with whatever our topic is for that week. And we look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, feel free to stop over at carnivoretalk.com. It's our free forum. And we can answer your questions and keep the discussion going in writing over there throughout the week. So we really appreciate it. Thank you again for joining us. I'm going to click the end button. And if you guys want to stick around and talk after the show, that's fine. Good night, everybody. Love you all.
Good night now.
See you.